And audio. Turning on all the audios. Hello, this is Magic Fish Radio. Chat, I hope you can hear us, because we've been having problems. Yes, Puka came back.
We are good.
Puka wandered back. And we had a Josh for 5 minutes, and then his computer somethinged, so we'll see if he makes it back before we start game. Good evening, chat. This is Magic Fish Radio, and we stream on Tuesdays and Saturdays at varying times, given that my body is trying to ruin everything. But today I am not letting it win. Tonight we are running Exit to Eden, a world of darkness in space. It is a far-flung dystopian future where all of the Supernat splats are out, and the government has decided that they make excellent scapegoats.
Sounds about right.
Players, our protagonists, are part of an underground railroad that gets Supernats out of unfriendly space systems and into friendlier ones. But to do that, and to get these last werewolves off of this shitty, acidified planet called Logoi, they have to help close a wound buried deep within the undercity. As about 1,000 years ago, there was a Red Plague outbreak that the government at the time decided, but what if we just bury it and seal off the neighborhood, and then just ignore that it ever happened? Which ironically led to Petruchio, while he was looking for a gulag, because a lot of Supernats were getting, Supernats and allies were getting blackbagged and disappeared. Thought, well, maybe there's a gulag under the city. So he found this really big bunch of empty space that didn't have any utilities or anything. And he's like, that must be where it is. Nope. So yeah, there's a wound and a kitty. Hello, Tuxie.
Yes. Special guest.
Special guest here to distract me more.
Kitty.
Kitty. So yes. So last game, check it out on VOD if you haven't seen it. We set up our battle round system, because NWoD / Chronicles of Darkness was not really built for mass combats. So, I basically watched a bunch of D&D people explain how they would do it and fashioned something else. And it seemed to work out last week, when we had 3 players. Today we might have 5? So we'll see.
Josh will be back soon. He had to reboot internet, because it was being rude.
All of my.
We can have Sushi the cat fill in for Petruchio if need be.
So. I vote for that.
Oh, her name is Sushi?
Aww. Yeah.
Sushi is the new Petruchio.
Sushi.
It is long.
She approves.
All cats are secretly vampires. And, yeah. So, hi Josh, we're live. Just keep that in mind. Oh, you're back. So yeah. So, combat rounds, because there are... Well, when it started, there were 2,400 combatants going down to fight off the spirits spewing out and around this wound, which is a bit of broken... It's like the gauntlet between the real world and the mundane world and the spirit world is broken, and this one also has some abyssal taint on it, so that's fun. So there are about 50 mages, did I say? 25 or 50 mages?
50 sounds right.
50
doing the ritual.
50 doing a ritual to close the wound. Meanwhile, 2,350 other Supernats are around them trying to stop spirits from eating them. There is also a Maeljin in this wound, as they are wont to like those, that has not yet shown its face. Or faces. They haven't seen it in a while. And when spirits know shit's about to go down, they tend to eat other spirits and get bigger.
I'm not sure that you can call a random assortment of ad hoc orifices a face. I mean, that's just me, but, you know.
That's fair.
But it is going to stuff its mouth holes.
Oh, yes.
All right. Insert vor joke here. Anyway.
So let's do some of our players have been away for a while, so let's do some quick intros while I tally up all of the channel point stuff. Remember, chat, we don't use cash here. We use channel points, and you can buy buffs and nerfs for the players and the GM, and they are all under the channel points thingy, so spend them. PC plus ones, GM plus ones, etc. NPCs, feel free to buy NPCs. I've taken off the child locks, but I get basically buy an NPC, explain what it is, and then I get final say on where it lands. So if you're one of those people who loves giving the party extra pets to carry around, this is not the game where you should be doing that.
Sushi, run!
Yeah. So if someone puts in Sushi, the Tuxie Cat, they could be an ally or they could be an evil enemy.
She did just push the dice again, and this time she botched, so...
Enemy it is.
So yeah. Also, I draw the line at problematic bullshit, and if you pull that shit with me, I will, my mods will ban you. Okay. Just try me, chat. Try me. So with that, Merc.
See our message in chat about politics.
Merc, start with quick character intros.
Hi, I'm Merc. I play Idun, the Wolf Blood. Possibly the closest thing you'll get to human on the stream, technically, being somewhat of a lesser template. But I try not to let it get me down, and I have a lot of guns. I, the player, have a fan as well. Like, the character doesn't, but I do because it's hot, and
summer.
I don't have a fan otherwise. So, please suck it up on the fan, and Dune does not have it. Just to make that clear. Passing it on to Sungrazer's next one on my screen.
Ooh.
Okay. That's not what I said.
Well,
okay. Go for it.
So hi, I'm Puka. I'm playing Sungrazer, the high-strung changeling engineer/smuggler pilot type who has been absent for the past few sessions, but is now back and just looking for love, and maybe also mayhem, in some order.
In all the wrong places.
Yeah, all the wrong hellscapes. I'll pass it on to whomever. I don't know, who's feeling saucy?
Assuming, I guess we're going clockwise.
I guess we are now. Okay.
I'm Josh, Neme in the chat, and I'm playing Petruchio, who is the CEO of Karve Tourism, and also a hacker and also a vampire, which is particularly interesting because Petruchio is not generally known for getting involved in fights.
Invoke.
You have people for that. Oh, that was the wrong button. You have people
this
for
is
that.
the world of darkness, so maybe it was the right button.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Next, Zardoz, who are you playing?
I'm playing Holiday, the piano playing lawyer who's gonna probably get killed today. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Sir!
Woohoo!
Dune doesn't suffer clarity checks on carrying goblin fruit, so he's got spare.
Ooh.
Also, Isphere is right by you and can toss you one.
Also, Dune, how many goblin fruit do you have on you exactly?
Probably something like 10. I
Okay.
up a lot of the other pockets with shit like, bombs.
That's fair. Just keep track of how many you give away, please.
Yep.
Because this isn't Eden. They are not as immediately available in this system as in other ones.
Yeah.
32.
But carrying a bunch of it doesn't give me clarity checks, so.
You currently have 38 plus ones in the 37 plus ones in the pool. Thank you, chat, for spending all those plus ones. And Fennec, who are you playing?
Sup, I'm Fennec. I will be playing Isphere, the beast changeling who just decided, oh, these chuckle fucks look fine. Wait, what do you mean we have to go fight planets? And now she's here.
We have to go save a planet.
And as a newer player, as a newer protagonist, Esphere had not been in this wound the last time the party were here by accident, so it was a bit of a what the fuck.
And she is regretting many choices.
It's hard to get a rank 5 member of the Night Court to go what the fuck, and yeah. Based on the shapes some of the other shadows are making, it's like you're not the only one. It's like what the.
There's a lot of our shadows signing, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, ah! Just incoherent syllables in sign.
Many changelings are considering like, wow, we thought the hedge was fucked up.
To be fair, this is next level werewolf fuckery, so it's not usually this bad.
This is the kind of bad it gets to when it's like even the werewolves need to ask for help. Even when they're spirit banned from asking for help. So that was an interesting thing to get around and cost a gibbous moon some harmony. But you know, it
You
had
shouldn't
to
have
be
toked before.
or maybe
I finally watched
toked.
that pod. I'm almost caught up.
Hypothetically. Alright, so, but we are going to have a bit of an interlude, before we get back into the combat rounds. Because, Petruchio, you are finally back on this shitty planet, and you have some Church of the Weird Changelings to talk to, because they have some stuff in their care that they could use a hollow ship to get off, but otherwise they will have to stay here to protect it. You think?
Well, fortunately, I have a Church of the Weird member to come with me.
Not member. Just
Associate.
No.
potential recruitee, perhaps.
You did the E-meter test.
They haven't dipped me in the river yet. So.
Prospects.
I don't know that they have any rivers around here. Let me see if I can remember
I
which
really hope
episode
Church of the
that
Weird
was.
is not this universe's version of Scientology.
I don't
I
know
don't-
enough about Scientology to make that judgment.
I don't think Scientology does baptisms.
Well, neither
I
does
was just-
Church of the Weird, to be honest, but, you know.
I mean, I could see them dunking, like, the Gatorade thing of goblin fruit juice over you, but...
Doesn't the Church of the Weird accept non-changeling members?
Mm.
With the dunking the Gatorade, it makes me think it's less of a baptism and more of a wet t-shirt contest for admission. So
I mean, wait
You know.
till you meet this chapter.
stop eating my dice.
Kitty, don't eat dice, they're bad for you.
Unless you're invoking good rolls into them, in which case, keep going, kitty.
It was a 6.
That's considered a success.
No, it's not.
Not in this.
No, that's
not in
not.
this one.
Okay, I'm used to 5 ed.
Yeah. But yes, I will accompany Petruchio to come talk because I know the lingo to some degree, perhaps. So.
Okay. Well, that's a good idea. Alright, so while, I more or less hand-waved, yes, 2,400 changelings, clown car out of the ship and into the city streets, and, Tiberius? Was that I keep forgetting our other hacker's name.
Jason?
Uh,
Tyler?
Something like that. The other vampire hacker you know is staying on the ship and
Timothy.
basically spoofed... No, it's not. We have a
Is
Jimothy
it?
already. And
You have a
he's
Jimothy?
on
Oh.
Eden.
Timothy the intern.
So, one of your other vamp friends spoofed the cops to be not in Ponos district, which is the shittiest one in town, and thus where they're investigating all those missing weapons that just disappeared. And it definitely seems like he's done that before. Because yes, and basically there were enough people with varying forms of obfuscate to get everyone off the ship and into the streets and down into the underground without much fuss. And yep, they have
There's a lot of bullshit going down.
There's a lot of bullshit going on. For a while, some of you just forget mages exist. Because that's how they're getting down. And yep.
And
Masses of shadow. And also, your hacker friend is spoofing the cameras everywhere.
Yep.
So, yeah. And let me...
we did end up changing the door to the hedge area we have in the ship.
Oh, you made it bigger.
now we made it bigger. It's now a rolling garage door from one interior section to another interior section, except instead of it rolling up into the other interior section, it rolls up into the hedge. Makes sense?
So we Chip and Joanna Gaines did. Got it.
I don't know that reference.
They're very much into the whole farm style interior design.
Right.
My family
Well,
watches a lot of Home and Garden.
Well, it wasn't described. I'm guessing the ship also probably helps with spoofing the cameras.
The ship? What do you mean? Oh, you mean NWoD?
Yeah, NWoD.
Yeah, he probably helped a little bit.
Yeah.
But I rolled for for the NPC that has a body. Well, actually,
Yeah.
NWoD does have a body. It's just ship-shaped. It's ship-shaped. Why didn't I write enough things down? Okay, so yeah, the mage ritual will take 5 hours. And thus there are 10 rounds of combat that each take a half hour. But before we get there, last game we went through maybe an hour and a half of combat. And then, while that's happening, Petruchio is going to go try to talk to some changelings. Sungrazer, did you actually find out where the changelings were living? Were you there when you fought the big caterpillar thingy?
No, I was.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it was holiday.
Okay.
Because you were wearing Puka's pants
Right.
And-
yes, that was when I was
and Puka's face.
masqueraded.
I remember now.
Sorry, Sungrazer's
may recognize
piloting
Sungrazer.
outfit and Sungrazer's face, and
Yeah.
but
And
at the
the
end of
rest
it,
of
you had
my
neither of them on.
accoutrements.
Yeah, but the address would be in your phone because I was using it at the time.
This is true.
Okay. And
Teamwork.
Petruchio, I lit the hedge beast on fire, but Holiday was the one standing in the scorch path.
Anyway,
Holiday didn't
meanwhile,
care because Holiday's a summer court, Nova Court person, but Holiday's clothing cared very much because it wasn't his clothing.
meanwhile, we have VODs, and I have 8 rounds of combat to get through, so let's get to the scene.
Sorry.
VODs! They're there.
They're really great.
Watch them if you want to know what's happening. So yeah, Sungrazer, you can easily from the ska bar or what have you get a contact to where where Sister Salvation and her motley hang out. Yes.
Along with Juke Joint Jezebel.
Well, she is a juke joint Jezebel.
Ah, well.
Anyway, this is why I was said the only other goth, our other goth at the time, was not here for that episode. But yes, alas. So yes, you and Petruchio, do you try to stealth around, or just, it's Ponos?
Well, so, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but, we didn't, the team did not go there in an antagonistic capacity last time, so I don't think there's any reason for us to be.
Unless we're trying to stealth, are we trying to stealth, are there human watchers that we're potentially trying to stealth around?
Well, it is the shittiest, most criminal part of the planet.
Yeah, let's try to avoid notice until we actually get to the Church of the Weird.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And we both look passably human, at least.
Okay.
I'm blushed of life and all that.
Woohoo.
It's a good thing to be on the planet.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you using any magics, or...
Not for stealth,
Okay.
unless you're bringing something.
I mean, hell, I'll turn invisible and incorporeal if it's going to help. If we want to talk about stealth, I can do that. But
Will that help me?
I can use a contract to make you also invisible. I can obfuscate you, essentially.
Woohoo!
Yeah, if you want to do it, sure.
Yeah,
It'll
sure.
definitely make
If
the
that,
stealth roll
why
easier.
not?
Because yes,
As long as we're not going to get blamped.
because they have indeed spoofed the cops, but there are also a lot of assholes in this part of the planet.
That's fair.
And
All
when
right,
the
then-
cops are not here, they make up the difference.
Then I will hand Petruchio a black turtleneck and say, put this on. It is
Oh, I
necessary.
love this
This has
contract.
this totally doesn't match my style.
Listen, it's the black turtleneck, or is it going to be all over you like flies on something that attracts flies? It's the year 4000 whatever. I don't know what metaphors are current at the moment.
I'm just saying, I can buy you some black turtlenecks that are slightly better cut.
I stare at Petruchio for a moment.
You have 10
I take the
minutes.
black turtleneck back, cut some holes in it, and hand it back and say, there you go.
Now it's a vampire
Now
shirt.
it's fashion. Put it on. Let's go.
I
And
grimace.
I put
when
mine
I'm
on as well.
And to think, Mark Jacobs would want $1,500,000 for that.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that's a vampire fault too.
Afraid it's gonna wash out your complexion.
Well, since it currently has pink in it, yes.
And you obfuscate off.
So they put on the turtleneck and just disappear.
It bumps up stealth by 3 dice.
Okay.
Or stealth rolls.
Okay. If you're using magic, I'm not gonna make you roll
Okay.
stealth on top of that. Okay. So yeah, you drift down into a shitty tenement in a cyberpunk megacity. And you hear varying people who don't have a lot of money. You smell food cooking. You hear children crying. You hear couples fighting. It's not the best neighborhood. People here are not super happy. But eventually you come to the nondescript door with the right number on it.
Is there a secret knock?
Rap.
Yeah, you hear you hear it sounds like it's the peephole has like a latch on it, and then you hear a whole bunch of click 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 click. You're both New Yorkers, you know the sound of opening the door in New York. Click 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 click. Shunk shunk.
That was what I was waiting for.
And then the door opens, and there's a very attractive woman standing there in black latex and fishnets, and her hair up in a very tight ponytail. It's like, so you're the Karve guys?
Temporarily, for me. This one, though.
I'm Karve. Invite us in? I smile.
She kind of smiles, but she's like, all right, come in, it's fine. I'm Salvation. These are the rest of my friends, and so you're the ones who can get our stuff off planet safely with a ship with the hollow on it.
That's right.
So,
Taken from some people quite a bit a while ago that shouldn't have had it. Actually, they shouldn't have had anything, really.
that's what I hear. Thank you for your service. So, and she's got a lot of tattoos of like tigers. It has that kind of Eastern mythology, but we don't have an East now. But changeling stuff. Sungrazer. She actually roll occult or politics.
Neither of those.
You have neither of those things. You have a dot of occult.
I do have it. I have a dot of both, actually. All right.
What's that?
Int? Or...
It's a changeling thing, so... Or, Patricio, do you have a skill spec in changelings?
No,
Okay, so, Sungrazer roll.
No, I'm not rolling.
Am I just adding occult?
Int occult.
Okay, 2 successes.
Okay. So yeah, chat, we take 1d10 and add all our dots to it, because it's easier. It's a first ed hack, and I'm not letting it go, because I missed that part of LARPing and none of the others. So, you suspect she is in the... Let me check my notes that I was just looking at.
Please say Autumn Court.
No, she's not Autumn Court.
No, she doesn't seem like it. She's too perky.
Well, that's a thing. She gives us this, like a chilling kind of air or presence, but not cold. And based on the iconography, you think she might be West Court. Which,
I look closer now to see the revelation.
Yeah, she's...
I'm just going to be quoting Juke Joint Jezebel lyrics this whole time.
I know, that's why I wrote this character. Zephonius, thank you for the player plus one. They only... Oh, there's a NPC I will look at later.
There's 2 NPCs. I was gonna, when the scene was done, let you know.
Fashion police officer, battle-obsessed bat-winged unicorn. Okay.
Thank you for spending channel points.
Yes, spend those channel points.
Please save us.
So...
Give us +1.
So the thing about West Courtiers is they always have a weapon on them. They're kind of like ascetic monks. They're part of, White Wolf trying to do Kithane of the East again, but maybe slightly less horrible. So in the Far East, they have the directional courts, north, south, east, west, and since there are plenty of planets that still have those 4 cardinal directions, these courts still exist. So yeah, they're kind of like the Winter Court, but not, and clearly she's very perky for a West Courtier. Looking at the others, it's pretty clear that all of her friends are South Court, which is the Court of Ecstasy. And, you think they all might be sex workers? Clearly taking care of each other. Not that this place is a bordello, but just, this is where they can afford to live. But yeah, the iconography is very directional court-ish. There's a lot of crosses and wheels and the various animal archetypes associated with these directional courts. Nice. So, how do you want to... We're willing to show you the stuff, but you would have to become part of our Oath Circle for that. And we're okay with entering in Oath Circles with Kindred. Like, that's fine. But, like, that's how serious this is. And, like, if you don't want to see it, great, but I'll be, like, really surprised.
I'm Invictus. I'm fine with entering an Oath Circle.
She rolled an 8.
She just plus 10.
She just rolled a test like, oh, okay. But like,
Sungrazer is slightly less eager to enter Oath Circles with total strangers.
Yeah, but Sungrazer, I won't even make you roll for this. The fact that she's willing to enter into an Oath Circle with total strangers means this is a big deal.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
And even a lot of the people, the other changelings here, Shirikyo, to you, they just look like people, or regular humans. Sungraze, you can see, they're all changelings, because that's how that works. They are all kind of also, like, the same thing, kind of similar to what that werewolf pack was going through. They're like, oh, we don't like doing this, but we have to. It's important. Mm-hmm. So, do you both want to join our Oath Circle, or just, I'm sorry, what was your name? Patricio. So, like, we won't force anyone to do what they don't want to do, but, like, this is important.
As long as I don't have to, like, come to church every Sunday or cut off a finger, all right, I'll do it.
Oh, no, I've heard of churches that were doing shit like that, but, like, we're a bit more chill. Someone snickers because the West Courtier just said that. She's like, I am chill. Well, I am chill. Anyway, okay. So, and she kind of beckons two of the other South Court members, and they kind of put so she and 2 others put their hands in the middle of kind of put their hands out as if waiting for you to put your hands in the circle.
Sure. Is it a one-hand thing or it's both hands thing?
They're just putting in one each.
Okay.
Their own hands.
Mm-hmm.
Not just random hands. They have one.
No, they have their own hands. As far as you can tell. I mean, plugins can be very subtle. Okay, so... Alright, I'm gonna put what they're saying in the Zoom chat, which I won't be able to see ever again, but this is the oath that they instruct you to read.
Do you want us to say it?
Yes, I do.
All right. I, true name redacted because I haven't picked a true name for Sungrazer yet, swear to uphold the secrecy and protection of the Limos Grove and all of its contents therein for the benefit and safety of all the people of the galaxy. May my word lose all credibility in the multiverse if I break this oath.
Sure.
Patricio is like, ditto. No, you have to say the words.
Do you want me to say the words?
Yes, say the words.
Okay.
Say it.
I, Blaine Rosenkrantz, swear to uphold the secrecy and protection of Limos Grove and all its contracts therein, for the benefit and safety of the people of the galaxy.
As you're doing it, so as Sungrazer did it, you as an Invictus, you got magic happened. You start feeling it, and then you give not your real name.
Wait, is that not what is my real name?
I thought yours was like Applebee's or something like that. Started with A.
It's B. Rosencrantz.
No.
Wait, which is my true? What is my true name?
Look at your character sheet. It should be on.
I did.
This is the problem. These characters are all pre-gens. Let me...
What you have it is B. Rosencrantz.
I thought your
You never
family
gave me a
name was
first
like
name.
A something.
Oh, sorry, B.
Yeah.
Rosalind.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
I meant Rosalind. Sorry,
Okay,
Blaine
sorry.
Rosalind. You never actually gave me a first name, so I expanded
That's
it out.
fine, but I knew it wasn't Rosencrantz.
No, it's Rosalind.
Rosencrantz was
I
the
actually
alias.
meant to say Rosalind.
Okay,
Blaine
starting from the
Rosalind.
top. Yes.
Starting from the top, Blaine Rosalind swear to uphold the secrecy and protection of the Limos Grove and all its contents therein, for the benefit and safety of the people of the galaxy. May my word lose all credibility in this multiverse if I break this oath.
I'm just imagining that whole thing like actually happened during the oath. Like Petruchio stopped halfway through. He's like, oh no, wait, let me start over.
This is
And they're all looking like, have you ever actually sworn an oath before? Like,
As I
really?
put in chat,
Really,
it-
Invictus? Really?
You know, Invictus usually don't use true names.
yeah, I was gonna say, as I put in chat, true names are hard when you have 50 aliases.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the downside to Cyberpunk 800 alias. What was my name again? So,
Do you even oath, bro?
so
Now I'm just imagining a bunch of paladins at the gym.
so
Lifting their steeds.
You do get a bonus. So now you get a +3 to all actions towards protecting the Limos Grove.
Does
And,
helping seal the wound protect the Limos Grove? I mean,
I'd
in
argue
cosmic sense.
yes.
it does technically. Yep,
Yeah.
I'll say that.
This is-
Yes.
mental note for later. All right.
Yep, you'll need it.
Yeah.
Oh joy.
And Sungrazer, as it's going on, you sense that Salvation spent the glamour instead of you and Petruchio. Because she's also aware of what y'all gotta go do. While they're presumably moving the stuff. It's like, alright, Petruchio, have you ever been in the hedge before?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, I guess come with me. And she walks to what you presume is a bathroom door and opens it, and it does not lead into a bathroom.
I can't reject this empty hole. I cannot count the bloody cost. Just-
We
I
really
mean, if
my-
you wanted to whiz in there, you probably could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
So, yeah,
I feel like we need to talk to whoever's the hedges manager because the amount of bathrooms that turn into hedge gates.
I mean, since the
They're
hedges
there.
manager is alternatively either the local changelings or the Thurzaz.
Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I retract this. It's
Alright.
fine.
So, Sungrace and Petruchio, have either of you been in the hedge while on Logoi?
That's a good question.
Yes, because we went
Yes.
from that
Yeah,
party.
the party.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a
Yeah.
pocket realm. This is... So you walk into the hedge, and it does look like a forest, but it looks like a forest made of industrial parts. So the trees are old, dull steel, and they're very, very rusting. Chat, if you watched the last time the party went into the hedge properly to fight a giant caterpillar monster, they're rusted and warping, and definitely autumn has come to Metal City Hedge, and it is some are rusting, some are coated in film of coal dust that's just getting thicker and thicker. There's ivy and climbing vines, but they look like barbed and electric wire, but those are rusting, those are sparking where they shouldn't spark, like neon vines coated in acrid black dust. Moss that looks like rusty steel wool, and this is still a very well kept part of the hedge. You can tell for what it is, but it looks like it is falling apart.
Right.
Petruchio might just think, "Oh, this is an interesting look for the hedge." Sungrazers, you get more of a sense of like they're doing their best to keep it going, but without more changelings on this planet, the hedge will fall apart.
I mean, since Petruchio has heard this multiple times,
Yes.
Petruchio can figure out.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is bad.
There's a gardening
Context
problem.
clues.
All respect for the circumstances, but it looks like things have seen better days.
And Salvation, and a couple others. Two of the really big. One presents as male, the other is female, but they're both ogres. And Petruchio, you can see everyone's changelingness as they walk through.
Hedge bullshit.
Hedge bullshit.
Once we enter the hedge.
The bullshit has been entered. And she leads you down this garden path of industrial parts and cement and concrete and rusted steel. More rust than steel. And brings you into what looks like a little grove of fruit trees the trees themselves are bronze in both bark and leaf. They are much cleaner than everything else here, which is either rusted or covered in dust. And each one of these trees has these weird... They look almost like... They're reminiscent of kiwi fruits, except these furry things are oddly metallic on the outside. And she plucks one and opens it just like it's a fruit. And it doesn't... You'd think it looks like steel wool. It would scratch her, but it doesn't. Inside there are fairly standard green meat, like a kiwi. But just smelling them... They're, like, overwhelmingly sweet. And she hands each of you a half. You shouldn't eat them. Well, I mean, I don't think you can eat them, but don't eat them. And, I want both of you to roll either... Actually, I will allow... why is this character sheet so cranky? I'm moving to Petruchio's. For some reason, Sungrazer's sheet is being weird. And they're PDFs.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's everything on my computer is trying to update tonight. I will allow, so it'll be intelligence plus either occult or science.
Science it is.
Are those the same?
2.
Yeah. So 15, which is 3 successes.
Okay. So I dare say Sungrazer needs fewer successes because as you hold it, you feel your fairness like something wobbles a bit almost in the magic that is you. Petruchio, you see Sungrazer, who is called Sungrazer because they're kind of glowy, kind of dim slightly, like a slight, like not a full power outage, but like a slight brownout. And then you look at the seeds inside this green fruit, and they are cold iron.
Oh.
Gross.
So,
Weird.
this is how we're gonna kill the Thurazaz. Thank you for your help.
Right.
Yes, queen.
And that's the
Good plan.
All right.
that's the plot point I've been waiting for to drop for like months and months and months.
Almost dropped the fruit, but
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Terrified of what would happen if you planted one of these seeds.
Well, it looks like she already did, and it's like...
Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe. So,
There's a grove. That's ooh.
can we start moving these now, or do you want to wait until after the big battle?
After the big battle, we're not coming back, so...
Yeah. well,
Yeah, let's start doing it now.
Yeah.
All right, if you guys want to go help your friends, like, we know where your ship is, and if you just tell them we're coming, and, like, you know.
Yep, once I exit the hedge, I will send the appropriate keys. Here are the numbers, here are the codes you need. You should be fine.
Okay, thanks so much. I don't have to explain to you how important this is now. Okay, go have fun storming the castle.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye! And
Will it work? It would take a miracle.
she leads you back through the hedge, and the two ogres have already started digging, and very, very carefully. And, she leads you back out to the hedge gate, because one of you is not a changeling. And that would be rude otherwise. And then she also tells, all right, let's get digging. And, yeah, you guys are free to join the big battle.
Fantastic. I think we're going to head do that.
Hmm?
They might need us.
Da-da-da.
So we will.
It might not, but
We will hand wave you. Since you are now in contact with the crows, you now have a much. It's a longer way down there, but it means you don't have to go into the wound like last time. You get to go through their territory first, and they know you're coming. So you have a route down there. And it's not actually that far from here because these Lost have been helping with supply drops for the wolves down there. And we're, sympathetic of there's probably something down there that they have to guard that they can't tell us about because they were doing the exact same shit. So yes, let me get back into my battle mode.
Secret bros.
So now that there are 5 of you, so this is how battle rounds go. Where am I? Let me just check my notes. I'm probably gonna make you all roll initiative again because there's more of you. So everyone roll an initiative, and then put them in the Zoom chat.
Here's my initiative again.
Just the initiative source again. It's in there somewhere. Dex plus comp.
I think you should just have a stat that says initiative, which already added all those together. But yes, Dex plus composure if you have not yet, plus a D10 roll.
But not 10 again, which is good because that's a 17. Or is it 10 again?
I'll allow 10 again.
mm-hmm. When you have a full half hour, it's not a single action.
That too. It's more just
21.
so Chris can keep track of it. Remember, write it in the Zoom chat so then I can write it down much faster, I think.
I did better than last time.
Yay! So here's how it's gonna go. The ritual that the mages are running is going to take 5 hours. So instead of it being 5 hours of 3-second combat actions, which I would kill myself and then you out of character, we're instead, so each battle round is a half hour worth of time. For those in the wound itself, there is the mage cabal that is doing their ritual, and they're all armored up, and they ain't weak nothings, they're dealing with the ritual. And in the middle, Megara has been slathered in mismatched battle armor, and is just holding a piece of string doing this. But, other mages are chanting and spirit speak, playing with coins, playing with chains, strings. None of you are mages, so you have no idea why. Lots are speaking in a weird foreign language you don't understand. Except Dune, because it sounds like spirit speech with a weird accent. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in initiative order. At the top of each round, everyone has to make a morality check. So feel free to do that now, and keep track of it for yourself, and then we'll go over it when it's your turn. There will be some NPC shenanigans. Each player takes a turn in initiative order. Each player makes one combat roll. Well, if you've passed your morality check, you will make one combat roll and one dodge defense roll for the round. Dodge or defense roll. So if you are out in the wound itself, either part of the mass of Supernats protecting this cabal of mages, or there's also the crows reattached their steel cable thingy to be on this side of the wound, so there's actually a living chain of people holding hands so that whole reality hiccup chopping action doesn't happen and they all get separated, because that can happen here. But they are in a location that is fairly close to one of the entrances to the wound, and the wound itself is just this. There is no hole or gate like with the changeling thing. It's just this whole neighborhood. So if you're in the wound itself, you are constantly being attacked by hundreds of little nipping spirits that are trying to eat you. And most of them, it's like being swarmed, but they're not biting very hard, and you can hit most of them with a baseball bat and they'll go splat. if you are outside in the medical triage camp they've set up in the Crow's territory, just outside the wound, there are bigger spirits that are getting through the lines at points, because there's also people guarding the border.
Medical area.
Yeah. Guarding the border outside the medical area so that people who are getting treated or are already injured don't get more injured, but occasionally bigger things are still getting through. But it's not the constant barrage of So let me you get 1 combat roll, 1 dodge defense roll. Instead of doing a combat roll, you can do an action that safeguards, heals, etc. yourself or someone else. Or if you're in the medical tent, maybe something else entirely. So, but the triage camp is not free of enemies, unfortunately. Because there are just too fucking many of them. These things are in the hundreds of thousands. Most of them, again, very small. And still icky. So basically, every half hour, you have one sizable annoying thing to fight. Or
2 questions.
Yes.
If I wanted to use a contract that would buff my attack, is that a separate thing, or can I like include that as part of the attack?
Is it described as a full action, or what is it in contracts? Instant versus
instant? Yeah, instant.
Instant or reflexive?
Yeah.
Is it instant?
If it's instant or reflexive, then it does not take away from basically your action. So you basically have an action and a reaction, sort of, every round.
And second question, do the spirits work in the same way as they did last time we were here, where like doing elemental things will affect them even though it's in the spirit world? Okay.
Yes,
It depends on the
because
spirit, but yes.
it depends on the spirit.
But in general, it can have an impact.
Again, it's not that you're not in the spirit world, it's that you're in a place where the mundane and spirit world have bled into each other, those rules still apply.
Right.
So.
Okay.
It'll be fine, because we got another +1. Even though Fadir decided to give Chris a +1, it should be fine.
Oh, did he? Thank you.
Ooh.
Hey.
And you said
In love.
roll is itself a combat roll? Is that the roll we're making for defense?
Well, it's a defense. You roll your defense.
You roll your defense. Okay.
Plus whatever buffs you've given yourself, or, keep track of armor if you have it. Alright, so let me write down some of these NPCs.
Okay, cool, Fadir. So add another +2 for GM +1s on top of the one I already told you, so 3 altogether.
Okay, let me move these onto... How many did he give me? So 3 altogether? Alright.
Da.
I'm writing some stuff down.
This will be fine. It does like day in the park, except park is trying to kill us at every turn. The grass is, poking at our feet, trying to slice veins there. The trees are trying to wrap us up and eat us. It is fine. It will be fine.
Are you done whining?
I'm not sure what kind of parks you tend to go to, but they tend to have more vegetation than you'd find down in the wound. As far as I can go, I haven't seen any sort of vegetation since the last time we were here and we were in the park, which had some sort of strange leaf phenomenon going on that I couldn't rightly explain, but did not seem to be otherwise occupied by any sort of vegetation or other small animals, as one would expect to find in a park.
Well, it is, what is saying, I forget, but, when things are easy, you go through, the park.
At this point, I will look over the spirits and say, "Can you talk louder, please?"
And this is the kind of thing that happens in the half hour when there isn't a salient thing to punch.
I'm assuming the banter is with the little things.
I believe you are referring to a cakewalk.
Da, yes.
Walk on
Instead
some
of cakewalk, murder walk.
Alright, chat, players, you have 39 +1s in the pool right now. And
Thank you.
have tracked some NPCs. Let me see if there are any left over. Timberwolf Spirit. I almost thought that said apartment, and I'm like, what?
That would be a badass apartment made out of timber wolf.
I'm sure that sounds more like a hedge hollow thing than a spirit world thing, but you know, show me what you got, chat. Show me what you got. Disembodied murder mittens.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
What's the general form of the hundreds of thousands of little tiny splatlings that we're fighting? Like,
They come
Whatever
all
you can think.
all right.
Bugs, rats, mammals, birds.
An amalgamation.
Do they
plants.
tend to be airborne or like?
Some are airborne, some are crawling up your legs.
I'm just trying to think of which element is best to, you know.
Definitely
Fire.
area
Try
effects will also. So players,
Yes.
when you make your rolls, make sure to tell me if you fail or botch. Because that is, I have pre-rolled how the ritual is gonna go, but how things go for y'all might affect how their successes add up.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at Merc.
Coffee spirit that ate a bunch of electrical spirits.
It's a real jolt.
It's Sungrazer's arch nemesis.
Yes, exactly.
Moon gazer.
I don't think there's anything arch nemesis about that. That is Sungrazer.
It's just Sungrazer, but with a
It's just
goatee.
me. It me.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So let me go over
Nega Sungrazer.
everyone's.
Moonraker.
Ooh.
Okay, Petruchio and Sungrazer and Petruchio. What is your dex? Or no, what is your initiative total on your character sheet?
12, I think.
Okay.
21.
No, I mean, what's on your sheet? Because you both rolled a 21.
Oh,
What's your dex
right.
mods?
What are your dex mods?
No, 13 for me. Sorry, not 12.
Okay.
Because I have my bonus thing.
Yeah, mine is lower.
Okay, so
That's easy.
Sungrazer's very high strung.
Petruchio, and then
My actual
Holiday.
nemesis has returned.
Aw, hi, sweetie.
Holiday, and then Dune.
Watch my dice.
Oh wait, I'm going last again. Never mind, nothing changed from last week. I only-
thought-
The number changed.
You rolled better.
I did roll better. Last week it was a 3.
I thought I was doing good. I rolled an 8 on dice. It's just like, no.
She's built for assassination, guys. She's not direct combat.
New skill, Taekwon slow.
Key. Alright, how was I doing? Alright. I think I understand what past Chris did. Let's go with it. Let's start. I believe we finished with the end of the first half of round 2, but that's when we were doing doubles for everyone because we only had 3 players. Do we mind if we start at the top of round 3?
Yep.
That's fine.
By me.
Alright. Let me go back to my notes. Thrilling, I know.
Also, Arcane, I'm not sure if we really want Spirit World themed scariness. We just want to survive.
Alright, so by the end of battle round 2, yes, the mages have to hit 50 successes. After 2 rounds, they have 6. And only, in part because of Holiday's calm the fuck down magic, only 40 good NPCs died or were taken out of combat. So there are currently 2,271 combatants remaining, not including yourselves.
Did we have 2,400 start? Wouldn't it be 2,371?
Yes. I've been counting how many people die.
Okay.
I did that math before because I'm not sure as hell not doing that math during game.
Fair enough.
My brain will melt. So top of round 6, or top of round 3. Has everyone succeeded at their morality checks?
2
Yes.
successes.
Yes.
1 success.
Okay.
One success.
Success.
I had 2, then one of my dice decided to be a bastard and botch.
Okay.
I still got 1.
All right. So, Sungrazer, you are at the top of the initiative with a 21 and a higher dex mod, basically.
Yep.
Skelly Bro! That's not who Skelly Bro is.
I would like to begin by invoking a contract, which is Elemental Fury.
Okay.
And I'm going to invoke it by publicly swearing vengeance or proclaiming my rage to all present. So Sungrazer arrives on the scene and sees this pandemoniacal scene that's unfolding, and allows all of the sort of inner rage and frustration at the Thurisaz, at the world, at life, etc., to just well up and become this, animating force that crackles around him.
Okay, and this is instant or reflexive?
This is instant, yeah.
Okay.
So they begin striding onto the battlefield, tearing the black turtleneck off, because this is no place for the stealth turtleneck.
Yeah.
And just, begins shouting at all the little flying things like,
Okay.
"You insignificant excuses for fever dreams. I've picked more potent nightmares out of my teeth before breakfast, you little shits.
Remember...
And you want to come into my plane? My plane? Why wouldst thou fuck with me?" And just,
Usually I make that a full turn, but you have a half hour, so yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Thou hast fucked around and thou wilt find out.
Remember
Yes.
why the living chain of Supernats is there? Is you want to hold on to that as you are going out, but, they're very much like, yeah, there are a lot of werewolves who are into this speech.
Yeah, it's... You're being passed from hand to hand, basically, but they are very much, there for you striding out.
They're like clapping on the shoulder like, "Bro, yeah!"
Do they still...
Bro.
So last time there was like an actual physical... Like, it wasn't hand to hand. There was like a physical chain, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is that still...
doesn't-
Okay.
They're
That doesn't
basically...
necessarily keep you from
Yeah.
switching. That just keeps you all in the same one. So,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
had
about
you
to
moved-
evoke an area effective damage.
Yeah,
so.
people realized they would need to fight, so they've managed to just, like, kind of hook themselves onto this metal thing, but they are passing people back...
Yeah.
Passing people into battle and then helping them, passing them, the injured, back towards the medical camp.
Yeah.
So how far away can I get from all allies while still remaining attached to the lead?
Not very far. So
How are they with fire?
there are people who are shooting fire magically or mechanically, but they're very much shooting it up because there are things up that are attacking them, and not, so there's the Cabal of Mages, and then there's at least 3 rings of Supernats around them in what used to be a city park. And, and again, the air is just dry, hot, acrid, and you feel that initial pulse at the top of the round where the thing is trying to make you evil. But this time, nobody breaks. So everyone's getting the hang of it.
If you allow this through storyteller caveat, I'm happy to direct the area of effect so that it's not just a perfect circle around me for the sake of not having to deal with burning allies or whatever.
Yeah, I'll allow that. There's also, there's the people on the outer edge. You see, Holiday and Esphere are kind of on an outer edge with kind of a glut of changelings, because it is going to be their job to go after the Maeljin if it shows up.
That is the collective noun for a group of changelings, a glut, or alternatively a frisson or a hey.
Or a glob.
Yeah.
And I think that's Holiday. Did I say that was entirely a group of changelings?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Because you guys have
they're the only
ranged
ones with
attacks.
Because they were
Yee.
range attacks, but also they were the ones that had the contracts that would let them step into the twilight,
Yeah.
Mm.
So we can whoosh.
so we can get the fuck out of there if they need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you've never seen Isphere, so yeah, you just see this like fox beast changeling in like purple galaxy colors, just swinging his sword around, cursing in Russian, while kicking at little things.
And the shadows are doing like a strobe thing.
Yeah,
Excellent.
they're having a good day. She let him out to play.
If you go all the way out to the 3rd ring, you will pass Dune on the line, because he's one of the ones holding the line, passing people back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I want to be on the outermost perimeter because I'm blasting fire around me. So
Yeah, that's where most of the literal firepower, and in some cases sunlight power, is being focused outwards. Some of it is going upwards because there are things attacking you from above.
Well, I'm going to spend a glamour and have it go 40 meters, or however far I can project it, not in a perfect circle.
Okay, I'll allow that.
I'm on, motherfuckers!
I'll allow that. So
basically, it's the contract is going to inflict. I think it's based on presence. I'm gonna stop playing with my dice. Yeah, it's going to be 2 bashing damage per turn to anything in the effect. Plus, it's the Inferno tilt, which I believe does other damage.
Okay, and what element is it again?
Fire. Fire seems like the best all-purpose thing at the moment. So. But I'll switch it up.
This move, the Disco Inferno.
Yes.
Burn, baby, burn.
So I would like to invoke that and then just start shooting for the rest of the half hour.
Yep, you do a whole bunch of that, and the summer Nova Courtiers are like, yeah, and there's whoosh, whoosh.
So I roll 1 attack roll and just use that.
Well, coming up to you in particular is some kind of really a rat of unusual size. That is unfortunately also breathing fire. So while you're doing that, and there are things that are falling apart slowly, and other things that are falling apart immediately. So you're like, okay, those are the fire-sensitive creatures, or monsters. There's this one rat the size of a Saint Bernard breathing fire coming at you because it looks hungry.
Gross.
So.
I don't believe they exist.
Yeah, that didn't work for him either. So. I mean, I guess I'll try to shoot it.
Okay. And it rolls.
As this cat tries to like eat my dice. Oh, that's a good roll. So that's going to be a 19, I believe.
Okay, it rolled less than that. So even though it is also breathing fire, you fuck it up. How much damage do you do with the blasts?
It's not much because it's just a pistol, but unless someone wants to give me a heavier item, I think it's just 2. So.
Yeah.
Well, 2 plus your successes.
Yeah.
So 6, I think, total?
Yes.
19 is 4 successes.
Because there's 19, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks,
okay.
Henrietta.
Bisexual finger guns for the win.
Woo. So yeah, you hit the rat with the pistol instead of the fire, and that does the trick a lot more effectively. And
right in the nostrils.
Yeah, it's still going, but it's like dragging itself by one of its legs towards you because it still thinks you smell tasty.
Gross.
Petruchio, where are you in all this mayhem?
That's a good question. Let's see. I'm not a science expert. However, I can probably... Is politics what we would use for logistics?
What logistics are we talking about?
Moving medical supplies around, and other material. This is a war, after all.
Those, that kind of thing. Well, technically, if it's medical supplies, it would be medicine. If it's computer supplies or tech equipment, it would be computer.
Well, actually, I'm going to help out with the tech right now.
Yeah.
That seems like a good thing. It's also my specialty.
Yes. I think that is a better match, so yes.
Sure.
Oh wait, I forgot. Puka still has to roll their defense.
Right, yeah. There's a defense thing.
So let's just clean this up real quick. So the rat will try to bite you.
Okay.
Rude. Buy them dinner first.
Wow, dice.
Where's my defense?
Right next to your initiative.
So that it rolls a 36 to bite you.
Holy fuck.
Sorry.
I think that's probably gonna bite me. Yeah. I'm not even gonna bother rolling.
Ah.
Well, maybe I'll get like 3 10s in a
Yeah,
row.
you
Let's
might
see.
also
Yeah.
get 3 10s in
It's
a
gonna
row like
reduce
this rat
damage.
did.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. I do have armor, but
Okay. So a bite of 36. That's 10 lethal. Unless,
well-
how many successes did you roll?
just 2. So
Okay, so that's only 8 lethal.
yeah, great.
And
Hey,
your armor.
Doesn't armor soak?
Oh, actually, hang on. Well, I have a reflexive defense contract as well. I don't know if I'm allowed to use both.
I'll allow that.
Flex.
Reflexive.
All right, where's my fake cunning?
Nope.
So the same thing Holiday
know.
was doing, where they try to bite you and they explode. Awesome.
That's an ogre
Difference.
benefit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, Fade Cunning, I have it written here. Cost
don't
2
think that's gonna
glamour,
help.
the changeling basically successfully dodges, redirects their attack to a valid target, which automatically hits success equal to the changeling's presence rating. The elemental one, the elemental is inhumanly persistent, adding their resolve rating to their initiative and speed for this, according to the text I've written down.
Also, remember you
Yeah.
get +3 for this battle because you're protecting the Limos Grove from this bullshit.
Also true. Which means I did another success with my
Okay.
firing.
So 7 lethal. We're down to 7 lethal.
And the way your armor works is you have, it's a number / a number. That second number is ballistic. It converts damage down to bashing, lethal down to bashing, and then the first number is how much you ignore straight up.
Yeah. I have a 1/5.
So you have 5 ballistic and 1 you just ignore straight up.
Okay, so we're down to...
4 bashing, 2 lethal.
Okay.
Manageable. I'm just looking and seeing if there's like any other stuff that I'm forgetting about. But I don't think there is. So, okay.
Sorry. I mean, the rat's down to 1 health level. He's just persistent and evil.
2 lethal, 4 bashing. Well, I'm half dead, so that's something. Yay!
So meanwhile, Petruchio is in the triage center, moving medical equipment and
Yep.
optimizing it.
That said, I think this whole situation is a frenzy trigger. So I'm going to attempt to ride the wave.
Okay.
So spend a willpower. Roll. That was not the number I wanted.
Bot!
They go very quickly.
Bot! Kill it! Kill it!
I'm trying.
In a second, I'm just going to ban.
Thank you.
Go.
Thank you, mods! Woohoo!
Well, that is what I rolled. So I was hoping to ride the wave slowly and eventually go frenzy later in this thing with the frenzy under my control. However, I went 10 again on the roll. So that's a 25, which I'm pretty sure is more than 5 successes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 is 5
successes
successes.
is 20.
Whoops.
Oh, thank you for the GM +1 Mulk Maven, even though she doesn't really need them.
Oh, GM +1. La la la.
So, Chris, I'm gonna say that I'm probably going frenzy. I'm probably riding the wave into frenzy when I'm attacked. So I get 1 computer roll, and then I'm frenzying, and then I'm frenzying during the combat. Does that make sense?
Alright, alright.
I was not expecting to 10 again the ride the wave roll.
Are you using first ed rules or second ed?
For ride the wave,
Yeah.
that was second ed.
Okay. But it's not... So it's a frenzy check, not a morality check? Or, yeah, that's right. Morality is
I made the,
humanity.
I
Okay.
got 2 successes on the morality check.
This is frenzy, you're right.
We're
Okay.
still also in a nasty combat, which is a reasonable
Yes.
frenzy trigger.
All right. So I'll say what happens is you hear a "what the fuck is that?" kind of from the guys on the battle line behind you, and suddenly a pair of hands made of spikes and dripping with blood kind of come at your throat from behind and start trying to tear it open. And yeah, that's gonna trigger a frenzy.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially now that you're wearing that nice turtleneck.
Yep. And my goal is destroy that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm riding the wave, so I get to decide on my goal.
All right, so we'll first, I dare say the murder mittens attack you first, so we'll just roll that.
Sure. It's probably gonna hurt.
That is, it rolled a 12. They rolled a 12.
They rolled a 12. My base is a 4, annoyingly.
You roll
and
it.
I can't apply. When I spend to ride the wave, I can also get a +3 on an action. But I think that's on an action, not on a defense.
Yeah.
Because that's the level 5 of Ride the Wave, which I don't have.
But you do get a +3 if you're defending the Grove.
If I'm defending which?
The Grove.
The Grove.
You're defending. You're
Oh, that's
defending
true.
Limos Grove.
Oh, that's-
You're
so
fulfilling
that-
your
you're right.
oath.
You took an oath.
You took an oath!
You're right. I took an oath.
Be an
That's-
Invictus!
10. It's doing how much damage?
At this point, it rolled a 12, so it would only be like 1 damage.
Sure.
Like
And
one
I
lethal.
think I'm wearing a leather jacket. So I put on some kind of armor to go down into the air.
Yeah.
So that'll suck that.
Yeah. So it starts, but there's no noise.
And
They're going through like hands, mouths, spiky mouths in the hands, and otherwise there's nothing else there. If you weren't frenzying, you'd find this very peculiar.
I would. I still find it peculiar, but also it needs to die now. So sure. This is where Petruchio picks this thing up, bites it, and simultaneously bites it and tries to tear it apart. So I will spend a blood for my vigor, which I seem to have suddenly manifested, in a moment of high stress.
He's a Vantro after all.
That's why you don't let the Vontra out of the office.
And let's see. So that is going to be Dex plus Brawl, which is 8 plus Vigor. So that is 13. I'm defending the Grove, so 16.
Ah, yes. So no damage. Or no,
and a
this
plus
is your
3 because I
attack.
spent willpower this round.
Okay.
So 19, and I get to roll the d10.
And this is how you play Requiem.
So 22.
There you go.
So
Chompy chomp.
This is how we do
And that
it.
is that's a 1 lethal weapon, and I'm also applying 6 strength.
okay, it rolled a 15 on its defense, but I think that still means 3 lethal,
Success. Yeah.
3 successes, and it only had 3 health levels.
Well,
So yep.
I'm pretty sure I tear it apart then.
Well, you tear it into more than 2 pieces. Yep. At which
Little bits of yarn fly everywhere.
At which point, this oddly placed Deva Kindred... Well, she's wearing a big rose pendant, and she's helping out with the triage, but she's wearing, like, a full-length evening gown, and she's just like... What?
Well, that's
What are
never
you-
happened before.
What are you wearing? And is it so bad that you were attacked by something made of clothing for what you were wearing? As someone dropped a fashion police officer...
The Toreador.
Well, I have to say I
Is-
didn't choose it.
You're still frenzied. Or are you still frenzied?
Tried to say,
I
that's-
"Ah!"
get the goal.
Yep. You stop. You kind of stop, and there's like a piece of like a mitten finger falling out of your mouth. You're like,
Tax me.
fine, and yeah. Vampires, man, vampires. All right. So next, Holiday. Sungrazer, are you by the Holiday S-Sphere crew?
Wherever I am, I'm headed to the medical tent next round, so.
Okay.
You came out in a roar of fire, and by God, it roared back.
Ow! 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 All right. So let's disembodied murder mittens, fashion police officers in play. Holiday, approaching your team is another one of those even creepier humanoid monsters. But this one looks like a skeleton in a business suit with a briefcase covered in spikes coming at you as somewhat Fadier rewrote Skelly Bro. Oh, and he's got a bad wig. So he's got the bad comb-over blonde wig that's just sort of hanging off. It might be a wig, it might have actually been his hair, and it's fallen. Yeah.
Oh no, if you don't fight him right, there'll be hell to pay.
So,
I wager it will be a bad thing.
My defense check this round is a 14.
Okay. So, Skelly Bro is coming towards you. Do you want to attack him first, or do you want him to get the
Oh no,
first
I'm gonna let him
counter?
come into me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because you got the thingy.
Yeah. I'm gonna activate fake hunting as a reflexive when I get
Well,
back.
Skelly Bro botched, strangely enough. So,
Cool.
what happens?
I will actually redirect his attack into one of the other things around me. Actually, I'll redirect it into the rat that's attacking Puka. And the rat will take 4 damage, because my presence is 4.
Okay, you do that, and the rat just sort of dissolves into black ooze.
So
Skelly
would you
Bro
say
is on the ground. Does Skelly Bro take any?
Oh yeah, Skelly Bro also takes 3 lethal from me.
Okay,
Oh, no,
Skelly.
3 ag.
3 ag. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was also 3 health levels. So I don't know why the rat scored so good on health levels. So Skelly Bro, you throw him at the rat, and they both kind of dissolve into ooze and ichor.
Okay.
So Skelly Bro boned it, basically.
Now for my actions, I'm going to activate my sunlight ability to just broadcast sunlight around me
Okay.
instead of actually pulling up the sunbolt. Then I'm going to shared burden Puka's dumbass.
It's not dumb, he just rolled bad. Also, it's Sungrazer.
Okay.
Be nice,
Sungrazer?
players.
I'm taking 3 lethal to heal you for 6 points of damage.
Aw, bless you.
Oh no, it's I'll have to take 2 to heal that. So your bashing heals first, then your lethal. So you should be fine.
Wait, it heals.
It heals the
It heals-
bashing first.
Okay.
So I heal. How much you took? What, a total of 5?
4 bashing, 2 lethal. Or
yeah,
no,
you heal.
yeah.
You heal all of it because they heal 6
Yay.
points.
That's
And I'll
all.
take 2 points of damage. Be very sad with my life choices.
I have
Get that mana
concerns.
band-aid. Well, now I don't have to go to the medical tent, so that's, helpful.
Okay. So that's an instant. That's an instant. Yeah, I don't have an action this round.
Are you gonna maybe eat a goblin fruit to recoup some of the glamour you've lost, or?
I've only spent 2 glamour so far. Everything else I've had like loopholes for.
Ah, fair enough.
Okay.
If I can do one more instant, I will just start throwing sunbolts and stuff.
Yep.
Okay,
Again,
cool.
Darn lawyers
Again,
finding good loopholes.
When when Sungrazer did fire, a bunch of things dissolve immediately, and a few take a few seconds more to dissolve, and...
I have to roll to activate this one now. Yeah, my other stuff
okay.
doesn't take a check to
Okay.
it. Because this one could cause a problem.
Roll it.
Cool, I didn't botch.
Sir.
Okay, so 11 plus mantle. I have a 21 to activate the Sunbolt, and I will burn a point of willpower when I'm doing so that does ag damage.
Ooh. Yeah, you clear a whole... How many levels of ag damage is that?
Well, no, it's every round I throw a Sunbolt that does 6 ag.
Oh, okay.
So basically, this entire round I'm just chucking Sunbolts at things.
Okay, you're very effective.
And I'm pulsing sunlight in my immediate vicinity.
Some kindred are kind of shying away from you, but then others are filling in because, yes, sunlight, no friendly fire here. Lol.
Yeah, but also, Holiday was mostly surrounded by his cadre, his glut of changelings. So
you're mostly surrounded by changelings anyway, so...
Yeah,
It's
well, no,
Frisson.
the
Frisson of
vampires
changelings.
The vampires would have gotten the memo the first time I set this off an hour ago that they needed to be over there.
True. The night courtiers are a little cranky for some reason, but they're dealing with it, and they're like also busy fighting other things.
I'm giving you
You
sunlight
say-
to make shadows in.
When you say night courtiers, I'm just picturing like John Larroquette in a grumpy mood.
Yes!
Like,
No, Isir just kind of
Yes.
looks a little annoyed because like one of her shadows didn't get the memo and like sizzles, and she's like, really, you could like one, and goes back to like attacking things.
Woohoo!
I've been pulsing sunlight for an hour.
Yeah.
You're obviously not paying attention. You
No,
should get
trying
the
not to
check.
die.
All right, next, Dune.
So
Let's see what's trying to bite you. How did you do? And well, everyone made their morality checks.
yes, I made a morality check.
So again, you've got another shambler, where it's just this figure, humanoid shadow, just some dark ichor covered thing, and it just exudes misery and is coming towards you.
All right. I'll put away my shotgun and pull out my rifle.
Yep.
And you know what? Fuck it. It's gonna be the BFG. So I'm pulling out the long distance pulse rifle. Please be aware that this thing shoots through buildings, so it's gonna take out that guy and the 5 guys behind him. I am going to aim so that I am not shooting through any of the forward lines.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're on the chain.
I'm on the chain. Yeah.
So yeah, it's easy enough to do this between passing people back and forth.
Yes. But also, I am aiming it so that I am not... Like, this thing will go a mile before it stops. I am not shooting it through the line in front of me. Shooting it the target-rich environment.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, I will make my attack roll with my... I hope it's Dex firearms or Strength firearms. You know what, for something this big, it's probably Strength firearms, because it's got a hell of a kick.
Yeah, I would say that.
Alright, and I will use 2 +1s from the pool.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have.
So that is 18, 19, so that's 20.
Okay. The monster also rolled a 20. So you do like, well, how much damage does it do in its kind of conical shrapnel blast?
This isn't the shrapnel one. This is the long distance pulse rifle.
Oh,
It
okay.
shoots 1 bullet in a straight line for 1 mile.
Oh.
It has modifiers of accurate and piercing 4.
Okay, so good news is that bullet goes through a lot of things, but this one dodges.
Okay. Those all took 4. I believe it's lethal.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of, based on how I've been rolling health levels, yeah, a whole bunch of things just go splat, poof, splat, thud, splat, and just keeps going.
No, it's like, you know, they do that thing, you fire once, and then there's a beat, and then just like the whole line of things just start falling behind
Yep.
it. Missed that one though. Oh well.
Missed the one that's directly in your life, but you took out a bunch, and a bunch of people are like, yeah. Oh wait, the fuck is that?
This is what you used to reach out and touch somebody at 1.5 miles or whatever.
All right. It rolls an 11 to attack you.
All right, I will defend. Defense is, I believe. Dex was that. Okay. All right, there we go. 11 to attack. I get 12 to defend.
Awesome. Okay. Rawr, so it misses you.
Yeah, I don't have any cool contracts or anything. I have one really big gun. Which I can't fire next round because I have to reload it.
Next to
Well,
you,
I mean, it takes a full action to reload. Which,
okay.
given these are half-hour actions, I probably could reload it for next round, but whatever.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a big deal. Next, however, so the thing misses you, and let's have a roll off between NPCs, because that's always fun. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, and that detracts from the pool. Sorry, NPC.
To be fair, the long-distance pulse rifle's range is listed as extreme, so I'm not surprised that I missed the first guy, but...
Okay, so next to you is, strangely enough, a synthetic human who is also a werewolf. And it's weird because some of their markings come through after they've shifted. But they also have plenty of battle plugins, so it looks like by their tattoos and brands they're a New Moon Bone Shadow. Like, you've heard about that? You've never seen it. And this thing gets this guy, this non-binary person, by surprise. But they're only doing lethal. So, 18. So the Bone Shadow, you know, takes 4 lethal and is now wrestling with this zombie.
Yeah. They'll heal it next round.
Yeah. They'll sneeze and it'll go away. Alright. And, yep. Esphere! It is finally your turn!
Woot! Esphere can go! Yeah! Da! So she's just going to size up what is... How bad is Holiday looking? Or are you just not showing it, dude? I can't hear you, you're muted. You're muted!
So you can't hear me?
No!
I'm in powered armor, so it's hard to tell I'm injured.
Okay.
But I have taken 2 health levels of 7, 8.
Okay, so if you're in armor and not looking weary, she won't do the contract you used.
Yeah.
Cool. She's just gonna spin her sword around and like
Rat attack! And yes,
yeah.
you're attacked by a rat.
But
That works.
That contract isn't instant. You can do it in addition to attacking. That's the
Okay.
upside of that contract.
Good to know. So am I attacking it or is it attacking me first?
I'd say it gets drop on you because you were like, "Hey, buddy, are you okay?" Ah!
Fair. Okay. I will roll my defense, which is very pitiful because I didn't think I needed armor. I was like, yeah, it should be fine. Oh, not with the way Chris rolled these NPCs. One success.
Hit something, maybe.
This is defense right now.
The rat
Oh.
rolls a 23, which is
Good
6
luck.
successes.
I go ouch.
So how many successes did you get?
1.
1. So you only take 5 lethal. Great timing, phone.
Trying to remember, how does unconsciousness work in this game?
Did you fill up all of your health boxes with ag yet? Or actually, no. Is it you get floored by 5 damage?
I think I had 2 bashing from last time because the centipede. So I have 2 bashing boxes and then 5 lethal boxes. So I'm still up technically because 2 is only half. Bashing is only half box. Okay. Yeah. Ow! Lots of swearing in Russian.
That sphere looks kind of fucked up.
Tis
If you were human, you would be falling over, but you are not.
Medical tent.
Yeah, I get this thing off of me.
Did you attack?
Because I'm assuming it's like got her by the neck at this point.
Well, you still got your attack.
Yeah, cool. She's gonna stab it straight through the heart.
Roll it.
Not that one, because that one fucked me over. Okay, 8 plus... this is what? Strength? Yeah? Or dexterity, do we decide with the sword?
Based on what you're trying to do, I will say this is probably strength plus weaponry.
Okay, so that's 9...
It's weaponry, right?
11... 12?
Okay, it rolls a 15 to dodge, and it is still attached to your face.
This is fine.
Probably attached to your shoulder. This one's only about the size of a German Shepherd.
Yeah, she's just gonna kind of stumble flailing towards the medical line, because ow,
and
help,
as it's still attached to you, you do feel this overwhelming desire to run the fuck away. Like an animal bestial fear to get away from this thing.
This is not my combat, y'all. It's fine.
Alright, so that is the end of round 3. And let's look at the totals. Where are we? Doo-ba-doo. So, NPCs lost, 190.
Oof.
Because people, you know, yay, we didn't fuck up our morality checks this time, so a lot of people were fighting harder and more things, and that made the spirits meaner. And yeah, we'll say that. But everyone fighting harder around the ritual means that the ritual racked up 9 more successes. So now we are at 18 of 50.
Oh, that's much better.
So everyone was a lot more on their. Everyone in this combat was more on their game. Well, at least all the NPCs were, and the rats apparently. The NPCs were doing their thing and keeping the ritual people safe, and yeah. And so they were able to do more ritual, and people are starting to get in the flow of things. So, this chat is where we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we will be back in 10 minutes for more combat shenanigans.
Be sure to call your local pest exterminator. Rats are vicious.
Rats are vicious, and evil spirit Magath rats are worse. If you can believe that. So
Yeah.
we'll see you in 10. Bye!
Bye.
Hello chat, I am turning on all of the sound. Hello chat, we're back! And I hope you can hear us. It's been that kind of day.
Testing.
Awesome! This is Magic Fish Radio, and we do tabletop RPG streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tonight, it is our ongoing, I guess, flagship campaign. Every other week, we do Exit to Eden, A World of Darkness in Space.
Space.
Where I decided...
Space!
Space! We're going to
Sparks.
space! We're going to space!
I am the best at space.
So, yes, our players are Supernats from the New World of Darkness, or Chronicles of Darkness, and they are part of a massive mass combat to help a mage cabal is closing the wound, and these folks have to stop them from getting eaten by Magaths and possibly a Maeljin while they're doing that. So, yeah. And NWoD wasn't designed for combat with thousands of combatants, so I hacked something together, which seems to be working okay. But yes, everyone, make sure you tell me if you have botched or failed a roll. Not just your morality check, though. So yes, when we left our players, we had just finished battle round 3, where the mages got a whole 9 successes out of 50, and now their total is 18 out of 50, so yay, they're approaching the halfway mark. None of the assembled NPCs botched their morality rolls, so everyone in this motley crew of it's still, by the end of battle round 3, we're still at just over 2,000 NPCs remaining.
Thank you for the +1, Typhonius. I might use it. The player +1, I should say.
I've been using mine.
Of course you have. Stumbles his rat chew toy.
Woohoo! Yes, a lot of rats down here, a lot of Magaths. Woohoo! So end of round 3, things still suck, but you know, the mages are making progress with their coins and their strings. And Megara's still just like doing this, and she's been there for at this point almost 2 hours, and yeah. So each battle round is a half-hour in-game, but I'm not running a 5-hour ritual in 3-second intervals, so this is how it's going. So we're doing the thing where if you're in the battle royale part of the combat, then you're being constantly attacked by tiny Magaths that are easy to splat. But occasionally, at least once every half hour, you have to fight something bigger with more health levels, but also potentially more weaknesses. Gotta help the PCs smack down the abyss. Yep, and this is the NWoD abyss, which is meaner than the OWoD abyss. Alright, so battle round 4. And we're just gonna keep the same initiatives, so I don't have to deal with it. Everyone make your morality checks.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good. 1 success.
Alright.
2.
Nice. So honestly, when we're using first ed morality rules for NWoD, because in OWoD or in second ed Chronicles of Darkness they went all over the fucking place, and I'm just like, no. In first ed, everyone's morality worked more or less the same. Maybe with different flavor text, different triggers, but still. So when you pass a morality check, you feel horrible, but you still feel like yourself. And you feel horrible because you are still a moral creature. It's when you become comfortably numb that you have to worry. So yes.
Become so
I was waiting for it, like for someone
I
to.
feel you here. Man, Linkin Park.
Alright, so top of the round. Sungrazer goes first.
Oh shit! All right.
And that fire rat is dead. So you are
Thanks, team.
you are now being attacked by.
And you're healed of all damage.
Yes. Awesome.
Oh right, remember chat, you can buy us NPCs with channel points as well as +1s for the players or the GM. But I get say on whether your NPC is a good guy or a bad guy. And this, so Sungrazer, what you see is like, you know the, what's the cartoon about the fast food food characters.
Oh god, I know what you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
don't know the name of it.
So it's like
About the what?
It's like a McDonald's kids thing where they're like animated food items or whatever. There's burgers
it's
that
not-
wander around and
it's not for kids.
no.
No, it looks like Happy Meal turned evil, but
It looks like a Happy Meal that came alive.
fight?
basically.
no, it's like chat helps out.
Oh god.
No,
Aqua
there's.
Teen Hunger Force. Thank you.
Oh,
Arcade.
that's the one.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
I didn't know if you like meant a movie because there's a couple movies we
Yeah.
could go with.
So true.
Am I about to face off against NWoD?
No. So what you see is instead of being like that full soft drink cup, it's like half of it is a coffee cup with the lid off, and like a Starbucks cup with the lid off, and there's like a spiral of coffee coming up out of it with the same like toothy jaws and ichor that you've seen from other creatures down here, and it seems to be giving off sparks because a coffee
Alright.
spirit ate some electric spirits, and chat bought this NPC, and yes, I'm going to use it for what I'm assuming I'm supposed to use it for, which is face off against Sungrazer, its natural double in this unnatural world.
The caffeine will really jolt you awake.
This actually dovetails nicely with what I want to do this round. So
Sungrazer. I killed the last one.
all right, I'm on it. So I want to use 2 contracts, or actually I want to change up the 1 contract. I'm going to switch from fire to wind because I feel like wind is going to be more effective.
Oh wait, that's a D6 roll.
What are your thoughts, storyteller? So, because the contract inflicts an environmental tilt, but with wind, there's gradations because you can have heavier and heavier wind. Instead of spending glamour to extend range, can I spend glamour to intensify it?
Given that you're in a place where physics has been thrown out the window, I will allow it.
Awesome. So I'm going to be doing, I believe, because it does damage as well, 4 bashing damage to everything within 20 meters.
Okay.
And it also imposes a penalty on any physical, like reading the environmental tilt description, on any physical action that is taken in that vicinity.
What is the penalty?
The penalty is going to be 2. The damage is going to be 4. That's it. Because elemental bonus adds the damage. I think I added that all correctly.
Okay.
It also affects perception, but no one's paying any attention to perception.
All right. Well, the cough. So, is this an instant or is this your action for the round?
Both of the contracts I want to use are instant. So
Okay, we'll just go with both of them.
yeah, the others just make electric armor.
Okay.
So eat a battery, make armor.
Okay. So,
Yeah, you did hear. I did hear what you said. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a wonder his liver hasn't died from all the cadmium yet.
Changeling.
What? Plugins.
That's
He's-
fair.
he might be made of cadmium at this point because changing life.
That's fair.
So,
I used to be a plasma conduit.
yep. Well, we'll get to that one day. I have plans.
So in addition to the 4 bashing damage to anyone in the vicinity, anyone within 5 meters will take electric damage in the amount of just one lethal damage. So 4 bashing, 1 lethal.
Okay. All right.
I'm not
So-
stumbling towards that, right?
No, you're stumbling away from it.
Okay, good.
I'm projecting outward as much as possible
Yeah.
from the perimeter.
So, the coffee monster It is the windstorm and the electric shock is still having an effect, but it is still coming towards you.
The other nice thing about the electric armor is that it helps protect me against electric attacks. So
Awesome.
here's
'Cause
hoping.
it rolls an 11 to attack you.
Okay.
So roll to dodge.
All right. That's better than last time. 15?
Okay, so it misses you.
Yay.
It is confused by how it is trying to shock you with electricity, and no, you're made of electricity, and it is very unhappy about this. But it is still up.
Zap, zap, motherfucker.
Zip, zap, zop.
Do I get an attack against it, or?
I thought that was the attack. Okay, yeah, you can attack
No,
it
that
again.
was just me putting. No, I'm just putting area effects out into the world.
Okay. Yeah, then you can attack. Go for it.
All right. No, not quite a botch. Well, it's not terrible. So, 2 successes.
Okay.
An 11.
It rolled an 11 to defend, and ties go to defender, so it is still up.
Blast.
So you're
Or lack of blast in this case.
You're both two equally matched in hand-to-hand combat. Though your area
Zap
effects,
to zap combat.
yeah, your area effects did fuck it up a bit. So,
So I'm gonna keep those up for next round.
next, Petruchio, out in the trio.
Sorry, I get a +3
Oh, you get a +3.
from-
Oh, okay.
because
Limos.
I'm for Limos.
Okay, so that's another success. So yeah, you get
So it's 3 damage.
Okay, what are you attacking it with?
My laser pistol.
Okay. So it rolled an 11, so it'll dodge 2 of those damage, but it'll still take a lethal. So that's good. It's still up though, but it's looking rough.
I got your cream and sugar right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Petruchio, out in the triage center.
So I'm gonna try to get their computer system set up in shape. And I'm likely going to end up breaking several keyboards in the subject of this, because I am used to having a 1 strength, and I'm not used to having a 6 strength, and I did not expect that to stay. Well, Petruchio did not expect that to stay.
Does it last for a scene, or?
It's Petruchio's I bought up Petruchio's potence to 5, which kicked in during the frenzy.
But how long does that last?
So that's a permanent change. Petruchio has a potence of 5.
Permanent? Oh. Okay. Eek. Vampire life is weird. Man.
So Petruchio is not used to having a strength of 6. So I think Petruchio is going to try doing that several times and then end up just mind interfacing with the computers, rather than trying to deal with being too strong for the computers and not knowing how to deal with this yet.
Okay.
And that is. Let's do math. 10. 12 was appropriate there. 17. Oh, sorry. 20.
Okay. You are. So, you're again trying to optimize computerized health equipment.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll say that'll give a +5 success to any healing rolls done here.
Absolutely. And then I think a monster is going to show up. And I'm going to try, because instants work, I will try to dominate it before it attacks me, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, well, lucky you, it's another one of those humanoid zombos.
Great. I might be able to...
It's generating a fear field. But it has eye sockets.
Yay!
You
There you
assume
go.
there might be eyes in there, but it's gonna attack you, or it's gonna, it's gonna try to attack you first.
Sure.
Yeah. So you're like, aha! Clack! Ah! And again, something is grabbing at your neck, and it's just annoying now.
So, sure. That is base 7.
And it botches, so it falls
good.
right over you.
And then sure, now it's not moving. I'll try to dominate it.
Okay.
Just mesmerize it. Is complicated. Int plus expression plus dominate.
Thank you, Pugagar, for the 3+ player +1s, whoever you may be.
I don't know.
Earmarked for the Maeljin fight.
22.
22. Yeah, I'd say you make it.
Sure.
I don't know if that's
and
usually how
I'll
spirit stuff works, but you know what? There's a wound.
Yeah. And I just give it the instant command, attack that thing. Pointing at some monster across the field.
There are some dudes. There is another guy in adamantine arrow armor, kind of holding the line at, the edge of the wound, and they are fighting another giant rat.
Sure.
That just exudes the smell of death. So, yeah.
So I will send the zombie against the giant rat.
Okay. Let's roll off. Let's do an NPC roll off. Well, the rat botches, so yeah, the zombie beats the rat. But now that adamantine arrow guy has to deal with the zombie, so same difference. But the zombie has like a higher level of gravity, or higher center of gravity and things like that, so the adamantine arrow seems more adept at fighting a humanoid thing than a rat the size of a corgi. So you're dead too, but you're still up, and we'll see how long that dominate lasts. Okay. Next. Where are we? Okay, that's right. The Skelly Bro attacked, and a lot of failing happened. Who are you facing off now?
Did everyone make the morality check this round?
Yes.
Yep.
The
NPC theater.
NPC theater. I forgot about them, even though I wrote it down ahead of time.
Because that will determine what my action for this round.
Yeah. So in the midst of all this, 20% of the remaining NPCs failed their morality check, and 10% of them, which is about 200, are rampaging. Are starting to break ranks, and their allies are kind of letting them because they don't, Uh-oh.
If you want to die, that's your prerogative.
Try to save them when we don't have monsters trying to kill us. If they're alive.
What monster's attempting to kill me this round, Chris?
One that was purchased by chat last week, or 2 weeks ago, where it's just, so you've been fighting these giant rats, and then you hear a much more frightening growl, and there are people on your side who are in this giant direwolf shape. But this thing is definitely not one of them. It is some kind of gigantic timber wolf coated in blood and ichor. And...
Is it vulnerable to sunlight?
You won't know till you try.
Well, no, I have the aura that shoots off sunlight.
Because the sunlight is already on.
It's coming towards you anyway. It doesn't seem like the sunlight is worrying it very much.
Go ahead and take a punch at me then. I'll let the monster swing first.
Okay. Well, he's not so much swinging as he is trying to bite, basically bite your torso off.
As he should.
Yep.
Let's see what this does. Uh, 21.
he only got a 16. So, chomp. So a wolf monster big enough to bring its jaws around Holiday's torso in the battle armor just did that. Just did a big chomp.
I will fake hunting it to hit someone else. One of the other monsters that are in my vicinity.
Okay, well, I think Sungrazer is relatively close by, so there is a giant coffee cup spirit.
Take that, coffee cup, motherfucker. Oh no, it's gonna become a coffee wolf.
Eat this, you caffeine-scented motherfucker!
So it'll take 4 damage from my, the coffee elemental will take 4 damage from my presence for fake hunting.
So basically what happens is the wolf tries to bite you, and then you get out of the way, and it bites the coffee cup instead, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the fake hunting. If I succeed at the defense roll, it bites something else within range.
And that's lethal?
It is. It's aggravated because I'm protecting a member of my motley.
It's ag? Yeah, then it's, so he misses and bites the coffee cup instead, and the cup just goes squish, and all of that coffee, electrified coffee, just falls splash to the ground.
I resist the urge to try and lap it all up.
Don't touch that, it's evil!
Bad dog.
Does the wolf take any damage?
The wolf takes 3 lethal or 3 aggravated from my stamina.
Okay.
Asphere, I'm going to need you to heal me in a minute.
Man, I should get that ogre benefit for that contract. That's really nice.
So 3 ag?
Yeah, Isphere hears this and
Yes.
she's just kind of like flailing and trying to push this rat off and looking very much close to being passed out.
Okay. Then what is your action this round?
Okay, well, hang on. I got 2 more. I got another instant I need to do, which is shared burden Asphere to take 2 levels of lethal damage to myself and heal 6 damage to them.
Brings me back up to 6.
Changelings are so crack in this setting. I can't even.
But like the more changelings there are at once,
Yeah.
the more ridiculous they each get.
Once we hit a critical mass, yes, life gets very exciting. Do I want to bring out the Maeljin? I think I can make it show up.
Not yet. Not yet.
So you do.
Not yet.
You do.
Sorry for the ear-piercing shriek in mic chat. I do apologize.
Oh no, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to fortifying presence.
Okay, so you're gonna calm everyone the fuck down.
Yeah.
Okay.
21. Well, I got a squeaker on it, but yes. Everyone settles down.
And you are a temporary touchdown, or does that take more success?
Yes, I'm a temporary touchdown for everyone.
Okay.
Asphere, I have taken half of my hit points and damage for when your turn comes up.
Isphere just looks at the weird pigeon on her shoulder for a second. That's like, "Coo," in Holiday's voice saying all this, and is like, "Okay."
And the timber wolf just howls, and a lot of the wolfy people around you are kind of like, oh, that's bad. They are not comfortable with that. You're not sure why, but they're not happy. Dune, you know wolves. It could be because that's very big. That might have been some kind of substantial wolf spirit before it turned evil. But also just werewolves don't like evil wolves. You know?
It's a bad look.
Like, that's our thing, man.
I have a question.
Yes?
When I shifted the werewolf, the big wolf into biting the coffee elemental, did it shunt itself into Puka's aura of go away?
Hey. If it's within 5 meters of me.
So it takes, what was that? It takes 4 bashing and
Well,
1
actually, no.
lethal?
Yeah.
4 bashing, 1 lethal, yeah.
4 bashing if it's within 20 meters, plus 1 lethal if it's within 5 meters.
It's still up, but it's limping. It is howling in pain and anger.
All I can do. My action is done.
It is snarling, it is angry. Next, Dune.
Alright. I fired off the big gun last round, but that means I didn't need to reload it, and that takes too much time, basically. So I'm gonna have to basically rack the weapon, and, so I'm on a little line.
I mean, you've got a half hour. Like, and there are people to cover you. Once they see what damage that gun does, I think they're willing to cover you while you reload.
Okay.
Like, yeah. This is the upside of battle rounds. Like, no, I'm not being a stickler about reloading when you have a half hour.
Fair enough. So, in that case, I will take another shot with the rifle.
Okay, because...
I heard the howl. I can see the wolf. It's the size of an apartment building. Apartment. It's obvious over the line.
You mean the wolf spirit?
The wolf spirit says it was like the size of an apartment, so that's like 10 feet tall.
It's the size of an apartment? No, I said I missed it. I was reading it, and it said Timberwolf Spirit, but I thought it said Timberwolf Apartment.
Oh, okay.
But it is the size of a VW bug.
Okay.
At least. So, but it's still definitely within range, because if that gun shoots a mile, then yes.
Yes. No. This gun will shoot all the way across this park and into several buildings.
Oh yeah. That's not even a question.
Yeah. I didn't bring too many rounds for it though, so this is number 2 of 5.
You do still have that misery zombie exuding sadness and trying to bite you and the guy next, and the weird synthetic human bone shadow next to you.
Yeah. He's currently entangled with the bone shadow.
Yeah, just let that wolf get fucked.
The wolf's already healed all his last round. It's been half an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, it would take too much maneuvering to aim it so that I one-line shot between the two of them.
Alright, well, if
so I am just going to aim for the wolf. I am going to try and line it up to go between the lines. Mainly because that is a big wolf and I don't like it. Yeah, and I got literally very little else that I can do. I am shooting things, and I don't have the cool magic and shit. Just, no, this is it. Not unless a goose shows up, and that becomes very problematic.
There's a lot of people just shooting things. It's cool.
Yep. Oh, okay. So, at strength plus firearms, that is a 21.
Okay.
Yes? No. Yes. 22.
The Timberwolf failed its roll to defend, so yeah, that's gonna take it out. So you're dead.
Yeah, and
dead.
Whatever was between me and it, and whatever was beyond it.
Yeah.
Anything that had less than, that's a 20, so that's, anything that had less than 9 health levels died.
I dare say, since Sungrazer's area effect is like wind, it was able to push the wolf away a bit so you don't have to go through your own allies to shoot it.
Yeah, no, I was...
Yeah, that would be bad.
I was aiming between people, like, this thing's got a scope. I'm not gonna...
I mean, you're aiming between people, but there's a lot of movement happening.
That's fair.
So...
Essentially, there's a very small hurricane pushing out from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, whatever was between me and it, and whatever was between, whatever came after it on the far side of it, if it had less than 9 health levels, it took 9, everything between me and it took 9 lethal. And everything after it took 9 lethal.
Okay.
1 straight line shot, that's it.
Alright. Yep, you do the thing. Meanwhile, the zombie gets tired of tangling with the werewolf and tries to bite you again.
Alrighty. I will roll my defense.
Wow, my NPCs suck today. But that's okay.
You roll a 36 to hit somebody with a rat.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only S-Sphere. Why can't they attack any of the rest of you? This feels
Okay, actually, I
balanced.
agree with this point.
Alright, so what to do?
I don't know why S-Sphere is a pain magnet. It rolled a 4 to attack
Changeling.
you.
Oh, I rolled a 14, so I'm
Okay,
fine.
so yeah, you're dodge, and then that bone shadow's just like, I didn't say you could leave, and yeah.
We weren't done here!
I didn't say you could leave. Like, bone shadow's fighting zombies. Like, that's the natural order of things. You know? Maybe you don't know, but I know.
Esprit not wearing armor.
Because Fennec didn't want to take up more time getting armor when we were doing the preparation because we were
Esper?
already running behind.
Esper, do you want to use your action? So you're next. Do you want to use your action this round to like go back to the medic tent, put on some armor, and then come back?
I thought there was some healing of Holiday that needed to happen.
So, I mean, I can do that. I mean, there's a couple things I can do to
I believe the
facilitate all
healing
this
thing
at
is an
once.
instant one, so you could both get armor and heal Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I'll allow it. Yeah, but because you also have a fear rat dangling from your face, or from your shoulder.
Yeah. This is Can we? I will spend a willpower to shove it off if needed.
That's not how willpower works.
Okay.
Unless you
well,
have a contract that says that has.
I don't.
Okay.
That'd be a cool
I
contract,
figured,
though.
but
That'll be a cool contract.
But yes,
You could go Twilight.
I was gonna say there's that.
Well,
where I
the
go-
rat botched to attack you, so it fell off.
Oh, good.
So the NPC curse has finally hit S-Sphere.
Thank you, dice gods. I appreciate this. Yeah, she's gonna kind of look all torn and beat up and just say, curse in Russian.
Fuck
Cut.
this!
Yeah, cut across her palm and flick, do one lethal to herself, flick the blood at Holiday, which heals him, I think, 2, and then yell, Beatrix back, and go run into the tent and just start yelling, I need armor!
And people are gonna bring out some armor.
People look at you and go, you weren't wearing some before now?
She just starts cushing in Russian if they ask her that, and just gestures, armor!
Okay,
Is the only...
Standard armor for the setting is 1-5.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she'll take that.
Your basic ballistic vest.
I don't know where armor is on the sheet because it's not listed.
There's a bunch in the space stuff, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different armors listed in the space stuff, but the basic one for this setting
yeah,
is
1-5.
augmented anti-kinetic stuff, and it is 1-5.
That'll
It's
be
on the
easy.
front page underneath speed.
Thank you.
Alright, so that is round 4.
How many successes did the mages get?
They accrued 5 more successes. So the total is now 23. They are just almost halfway there. You only lost, only 12 NPCs were killed or incapacitated.
That's better than 190.
Yep.
Probably.
And probably because someone magicked them out of frenzy. So that is good. Total NPCs remaining 2069. Lol.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Oh, you're gonna like next round.
No. Because I have a feeling you're summoning the Magoth with that hell.
So everyone do your morality checks.
Alright. Succeed, 2 successes.
Awesome.
Here, Dice. I just want to be friends.
Wow, that's a lot of 10s. All right.
Sungrazer is magically moral.
1 success?
That's another 10.
One of us has to be.
One
4
success.
successes.
I got 1, which squeaked by.
Yep. Yep. Good.
But how much Holiday is doing, it's okay for him to squeak by on
So
this.
good news is all the NPCs passed their morality check.
Yay.
What's the bad news?
We'll get to that in a sec. Hold on, let me
Ready.
check my notes, because there was something I forgot to roll. Doop-a-doo.
Yeah. So I think Isphere, when she gets the ballistic vest on, dons her coat back on, just gets on all fours and starts doing the very feral werewolf run to get back to combat. To fill in while DM is rolling things. Probably to the chagrin of the medical staff, who she's like going skidding like a puppy on laminate floors around and just
She's just like, ah!
Angry, just ears back, tail poofed, teeth bared, claws digging into the ground and leaving gouges.
And someone's like, the battle's that direction. Oh, okay. Ah!
Spins around. Ah!
Okay.
Probably passes Dune just yelling, ah!
So
I should probably bypass me and get passed by the people around me because Dune's probably down on one knee, unshipping a very dead energy core out of his gun and pulling another one from Trenchcoat space.
Jumps over
first,
Dune.
we're not getting into everyone's roles or turns yet because, but we'll say Sungrazer knows this is at first. That there's that puddle of coffee on the ground, and it's kind of going.
Great.
And a whole bunch of people are like, "The fuck? Oh no!"
You're the only one excited about this, Zargos.
And there's this. I would say ear splitting. It is that, but it also feels like it's splitting you down, your ears down to your very soul as it screams. And one of the buildings on the far side of the park just comes completely down. Falls into rubble and powder before your eyes as the Maeljin of the Red Death arrives on the scene.
Woof.
And maybe that's why no one failed the morality checks, because it wasn't pulling too hard, because it decided to just show up.
Just
for funsies, I don't collapse in pain and agony because of enhanced hearing.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of us have acute senses as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Isphere just like curls.
I didn't roll for it, so you don't have to. Well, let me check what its noumena are real quick.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds bad.
It
has magic spirit powers.
Magic spirit powers.
Danger, Will Robinson.
I don't like this.
You're not supposed to.
To quote a TikTok, I want to go home. Why do you want to go home, Jane? Are you on drugs? Are you on fucking drugs?
Think we're in a lot of trouble. Mr. Spock, your opinion. And if you say we're in a lot of trouble, we
Oh,
are.
it can do that. Okay, yeah. Everyone roll an extra defense this round. Let me see.
Oh, goody. For the noob who's never used armor in this system, do we add the 1 or
No.
the 5?
This
No.
is not
Okay.
gonna apply to your armor because it is the scream tearing at your soul.
Yes, no.
Okay.
Sorry.
I had to ask.
No, armor doesn't add to your roll. Armor is just afterwards, when you're taking
Okay.
damage, it reduces it.
So this is just
And it
another,
is physical damage.
so another sanity/clarity check.
Not a clarity check, but
Defense check.
it hurts. It hurts you in places you didn't know existed. Doubly so for a night courtier. Actually, maybe not, because your court does feed on shame.
Yeah, fair point.
Let me see.
But 10 overall for my defense roll, so 1 success.
Well, I think we roll those in our initiative order. Unless
Oh,
we
are
roll
we?
them now.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought we were rolling them now. Never mind.
Are we rolling?
Roll
Going
defenses.
forward?
Roll defenses now.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this an actual attack that's happening?
Yes.
So because I have Cloak of Leaves, it has a -3 against me.
Okay, that's fine. Keep track of that.
And I think that is enough of a frenzy trigger for me to start riding again. Oh, great.
I wanted this to punch the mail.
Ah. Okay, and Petruchio goes into frenzy and, after their action this round. Well, that'll be fun.
17.
Also 17.
34.
There you go.
Saving that to punch the Maeljin.
17 plus 17. Great.
We're just adding the defense stat, right? Not anything else to this.
Yes.
Okay, mine sucks. It's out of 4, so that's why I'm. Yeah.
I added a +3 for defending Limos. So.
I rolled a 2 10s and an 8.
It only rolls a 29.
No, great.
So, Holiday's fine. Everyone else.
Well, rolls a 26 against me.
So you get a sense that okay. So how much damage is that?
So I think that shakes out to 3 for me because I got 4 successes.
Okay.
I got 4 successes as well.
I said.
I think it's still 5.
What did I just say? 29. That's 8 successes.
So that goes down to 6 successes for me. I'll spend a blood to apply my whatchamacallit.
So covered in cat hair.
What kind of damage is this?
This will only be lethal damage.
Oh, great.
Okay.
But it's still 8 unless but subtract your successes from your defense from that 8.
Okay, so it ignores armor, but it does not ignore things like not vigor.
No, it's lethal. It doesn't ignore armor.
Oh, it's true. It's,
magic. It ignores armor.
It's also.
But it doesn't ignore resilience. Is the point. So,
Okay.
You're using your standard defenses still.
Yep.
It's just magic and evil and unfair.
So it had 8. I only had 1 success, which brings it down to 7.
7 lethal for you.
Yeah, Isphere's knocked out then.
Okay. Well,
Esphere didn't even make it back from the med
No,
station.
Esphere gets out of the
so
tent
luckily
and just goes down.
Yeah. So well, you're unconscious, but people are immediately tending to you.
Cool.
and they have
you're
a
already
+5
there.
on the roll.
Oh yeah, and they have a +5 in the roll to fix you. So we'll get to that at the end of the. We'll get to that at your turn and then see what happens.
I take 3 lethal.
Okay.
I took 8, 7, 6, 5. So I also took 3 lethal.
Okay. Sungrazer.
3.
3. Okay, and Holiday took none.
I've been sort of looking for this thing.
Yeah, there are people, a few people kind of...
All yours.
Dune, you're suddenly a lot busier, and a lot of people get passed through whose ears are bleeding, and their eyes are bleeding, and their noses are bleeding. It is disturbing.
Dune's eyes and ears are also bleeding.
And if anyone, oh, for those of you who weren't here for previous episode, it's looks like a gigantic, like, bigger than T-Rex at this point sized form, except instead of being made out of insect parts, it is composed of the bodies of various humanoid forms in no real rhyme or reason. So instead of pincers, it has hands and legs. It has mouths cropping out all over the place. It has a face full of eyes of varying colors and shapes.
Oh look, Puka, you can make a jar now.
And it's all of these shapes twisted together with inside out blood and guts and bone. Some of the bone seems to create a kind of carapace armor around it. Its head is vaguely humanoid shaped, but with a solid, shiny, featureless mask with red eye slits and no mouth, because its mouths and eyes are all over elsewhere. Why did I say both of those things? Anyway. So, not that anyone here knows what spirits look like. People in the crowd are getting... You hear chatter that, yeah, that's... And also over the comms that everyone has up. That's definitely a spirit, but that's an evil, abyssal spirit. Jesus Christ. What do they call the extra big T-Rex in the new Jurassic Park movies?
Not Indominus, it's
Jeffrey.
Gigantosaurus. Huh?
Jeffrey.
Bezos?
Mega T-Rex. Let's go with that.
It's a Mega Rex.
Yeah. Indominus Rex was about the same size as T-Rex, maybe a little smaller actually.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, it's again. I'm pretty sure it's a Gigantosaurus. Giga.
Okay. So yeah, it's a Gigarex. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, that's coming towards you.
Towards me?
Towards everyone.
Oh,
You
but is it on my
included.
side of the battlefield?
Let's hope.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
You get a +1 on this.
It is on your side.
Yay!
Also, yay for description, but as a player, fuck this thing.
It's glorious.
And for its next action,
Yo, Bach.
it's going to zoom like a giant centipede made of human body parts towards the edge of the circle and chomp a few people. How
I'm
many
envisioning
people?
Envy's true form from Full Metal Alchemist, if you know it.
Oh, that's... Oh. I'll be nice and say that is the... okay. It chomps about 18 people. Basically, you know, a whole bunch of arms start pulling them towards it. Ah! And there is screaming and there is crunching as the screams stop as it's putting them in various mouths. And it gets a whole bunch back. So let's see. Spent 8. Oh, good, it's back to full essence again.
Yay!
Yay!
I don't like those words.
So yeah, that's happening. Sungrazer, it's your turn!
So, if I remember correctly, the last time we fought this thing, we determined that it was vulnerable to all of the traditional supernatural vulnerabilities.
Yes.
Correct?
That is the hope, yes. Or
So
the-
fire is probably the way to go here. I'm gonna go with fire this time. And just try and hurl some fire in that direction.
Okay.
That's the not attack, but then I don't know. I feel like I don't want to draw its attention. You know, I'll make a lot of fire, but then I don't want to start specifically shooting at it.
You are
because
not
then...
the only person having that inner monologue with themselves.
Yes. I mean, I know that Holiday is all too happy to start, you know.
Do you want
I'll
to
be
Getting in
more
its
than happy
face.
to draw the Mega Rex's attention.
do you want to hold your action?
I will hold my action, but I will still make lots of fire.
Okay.
And armor. I'm keeping up.
Okay. So next is Shurikyo. Are you
so the
frenzying
beast
again?
I'm pretty sure my beast wants to stop that thing. Certainly, I think that's what I want. That's what I wanted my beast to do.
I'm gonna put
So-
fire damage in the zoom, by the way, Chris.
Okay.
So,
but are you attacking it or what?
oh yeah, no.
No, I mean, I
I'm
was talking to
gonna jump at
Sungrazer.
it. Oh,
No.
yeah,
This
Sungrazer.
is just the contract.
Oh,
This
okay.
is just the
Switching back
environment.
from wind to fire.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
what-
Yeah.
So, Patricio, you are very far from it.
I know, but it turns out that vigor comes with this ability to jump a ridiculous distance.
Super flea. Or the tick, in this case.
It might still take me longer than normal, but it still allows me to jump a ridiculous distance.
You might fall out of the hill, bud.
Spoon! Wait, no. Oh, sorry. I pick up the keyboard, one of the keyboards that I broke, and then start jumping at this thing.
How far can
let me
you
just
jump?
read this. So this an active persistent ability is I can make a strength and athletics roll to jump. Yards are equal to successes plus vigor dots plus 1.
So if Petruchio is picking up the keyboard, does that make him a keyboard warrior?
That was in fact the joke.
Okay.
But that's like 10 or 15 yards.
No. Well, maybe. Let's find out.
Yeah, but you're in 100. You know, we're a couple football fields away from this thing.
It's true. It might still take me a while. But also that's per action. Now that said, I may simply have it. I'm going to have the GM judge how long it's going to take for me to get to this thing. The beast wants to stop that thing. It's jumping in that direction. Right. I'm rolling athletics. So that is.
I send goodbye dice rolls your way.
So this is the thing. Well, I didn't really specify movement. So yeah, if you want, it'll take you until the end of the round. But yeah, you'll make it, and then you'll attack him then. Because I wasn't super specific on movement in this system. So okay.
So that's it. Just to get a sense of how far I'm going. In one action, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. Sorry, 12, 19. So that is 4 successes plus my vigor. So that is like 10, 12 yards per action. It's a bunch. It'll probably take me till the end of the round, but I'm basically bounding across the battlefield, which is good because if there's something was actually blocking my way, I'd hit it. Also, speaking of which, something's probably blocking my way.
They're just gonna let that happen. Okay.
Which means I presumably have to make a defense roll somewhere in this round. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to you at the end.
Okay.
With yeah.
Oh, I see.
So it's a semi-hold. Okay. Okay. Holiday, you're next.
Activating all of my contracts, just stabbing the shit out of this thing.
You all see Petruchio kind of start launching themselves like a leapfrog.
I hope he's holding on to the chain.
Otherwise, we see him leap halfway, and then they suddenly disappear into.
Well,
that is the last conscious thought I have before I activate Red Revenge. Just go stab the shit.
Well, Petruchio, how do I say this?
Right, we gotta go rescue Petruchio.
Actually, no, we don't have to resolve this at the end of the round. Let's just roll now. Okay. Let's roll some percentile dice. Ooh, nope.
That's not good.
That is not good.
You are somewhere. Because you leaped out of the range of the people chain and the rings of combatants, and now you are somewhere.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Hoping their next leap is the leap that takes them home.
Also, I think you who were not here last game missed the talk about what happens when the wound closes. You all have to get out of here very quickly.
Yes.
Or
like
you'll be.
There's a people chain.
Yeah. So, it's not that they're closing the wound. The mages are doing mage stuff. They are quarantining this area from reality.
They are seaming the edges of reality, and then they're pulling this diseased part out of it. And,
Yes.
And they go yeet.
Wait,
So
why
it's-
am I? Oh, I'm going into the wound because that's where the Maeljin is?
Yeah.
Okay. Given that I'm going to revise that because I'm in
Okay.
fact in control of my beast.
Mm-hmm.
I am protecting the people in the tent.
Okay. All right, then we will go back to yeah, because I maybe should have made that a bit more obvious. I forgot to bring that up at the beginning of game. Alright. So yeah, in that case, yeah, all the spirits are like, yay! Dad's here!
Did you say Daddy's here?
I said dad, but
Okay.
yeah, close enough.
You like cut out there, so I was like, I wanted to know if my laughter was appropriate or not.
Given that Daddy eats his spawn very often, I would not think that they would be so overjoyed to see it.
Well, I mean, these spirits are not really that smart.
Fair.
And they're kind of
so-
awful, and evil does not play well with others, and that's how evil do. So, Shurikyo, you go up to try and help at the edge, and, let me see, what's still in play. Oh, right, you had, a fear zombie. I dare say Dad's arrival has broken your mind control, and it is now coming back at you.
Yep. Also, once it started taking damage, that probably broke the mind control as well.
Yeah. So it rolls a 14 to attack you.
Sure. I'm rolling that. I'm rolling a 13 to defend, so it gets 1 success against me.
Okay. Take 1 lethal. Or
It's
not,
armor.
because armor.
Yep.
It is biting you, and you are like, Sir. Sir!
No?
I am the one who
He was
does that.
frenzied. He's like, ah!
So,
Let me show you how a professional
Wham,
does it.
wham,
Ah!
wham.
so Shurikyo, what do you do to attack this thing?
I think I'm gonna break a keyboard over its head.
Okay. I guess you get a +1 for using the keyboard as a weapon.
Keyboard
do.
smash.
But it will break again because it's I don't think you have an improvised weapon skill spec.
Not only don't I, but if I spend a blood, I might as well spend a blood. Then it's going to be a slightly ridiculous number, but also I'm doing 5 damage. There's a complicated thing, but basically the keyboard will break.
Okay, but you still have to roll.
I still have to roll. It's true. Sure. 8 on the die. And we are strength of 8. So 13, 16. Sure, 16 on the brawl check.
Okay.
Sorry, just 24 on the brawl check.
Okay, it only rolled a 12 on defense, so that is 2 successes minus how many you said? 24?
Yeah.
So 6 minus 2. So yep, you beat it to second death with the keyboard, and it just sort of dissolves into a puddle.
Yep. And the keyboard is now.
But you're an angry nerd rage. Ah!
Yep.
So are a lot of other vampires. It's interesting.
I'm sure the werewolves are just.
Administrator.
I'm sure the werewolves are just like, good job, but not what I used, but good job.
Gold star.
Give me another keyboard.
Require another keyboard.
Okay, now that we've avoided that catastrophe of having to rebuild Shurikyo,
Again?
Holiday, what are you
Okay.
gonna do?
I have a question about Primal Glory. It says, I absorb an element. Does the monster screaming at me count as me absorbing an element?
No.
Okay. Then I don't need to worry about that.
Sound is not an element.
I mean, it uses air technically, air vibrations.
Yeah, but this is like magic.
Okay,
sound.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still going to activate Primal Glory, except I have to spend Glamour for it, and I will pick Bone. Because I have things with teeth that just keep trying to bite me. I'm like, no. I will also activate Red Revenge, activating its loophole. I will activate Flames of Summer, activating its loophole. And I will activate Helios' Judgment, activating its loophole.
Tap, 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 and the dominoes just keep falling.
And then I'm going to go punch this thing in its face.
Okay.
I rolled to activate the one that I needed to roll an activation for. I got the success that I needed. And now we go to brawl.
Use some +1s.
Yes, please use +1s.
I already started rolling dice. Sorry.
All right.
But I did
Somewhere
roll...
Isphere's ghost just floats out of her body and gives you a thumbs up, like, "Go, boss man! Kick its ass!"
I did roll a 31 to punch it.
Okay. It only rolls a
Isphere's little
20.
anime ghost.
Oh, wait. I've rolled this. Hold. Notes.
Hadouken!
You have stats. Okay, so it's 15 plus that, 25, 32 to defend. What did you roll?
31.
Can I somehow use my
You get
deferred
+3 to
action to
defending
shoot and
Limos.
distract it?
I
No,
don't
he
get
doesn't.
He didn't
No, I
swear
don't.
the oath.
Oh, right. Damn it. Oh, well.
We have no
I
clue what the
somehow-
heck they found.
I did forget to declare that I was spending a willpower point because I needed to punch this thing, but
That's okay.
I didn't declare it before the roll. So
Can I somehow use my deferred action to shoot and distract it? Assist Holiday somehow?
Well, don't you have that thing that, did you change, the elemental penalty thing? Okay, because then it has -2, and you changed it from wind to
That's
fire?
true, yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, lots
Change
of
it, or did
fire.
you activate it again?
I activated it again and changed it to fire. But
Okay. So yeah, in that
I
case...
also realized, though, I can stack them, so
In that
I could
case-
make it fire and wind.
It only
But-
rolls a 30, and yes, Holiday
Yeah.
punches it in the face.
Go, Captain America. Fuck Thanos
Wait,
up.
do you manage to jump up to punch it in its main face, or one of its smaller faces strewn across its body?
Oh no, I'm going to punch it in its big head because that's the one that will attract everyone's attention. Because yeah, so yes, it will take 7 ag.
Okay. Jesus.
And then I will
Oh,
go,
I know what I can do. I know what I can do with my action.
and then I will look at its into all of its eye sockets, and go. Oh, if it's vulnerable to sunlight, it takes half of its normal sunlight damage because I'm in its face.
Because it's got
Okay.
aura sunlight basically
Alright.
going on.
How many levels of damage is that?
No, it's whatever. How if it's vulnerable to it says it's vulnerable to sunlight, it takes half of its normal damage from sunlight.
Okay.
It's worded very oddly.
Yeah.
So however much damage it would take for being exposed to sunlight, it takes half of that.
It's because vampires.
Something, vampire bullshit, something,
How much damage do
goddamn
vampires
fuckers
take
broke
from
the
sunlight?
masquerade for everybody, something.
Petruchio,
well.
how much damage do vampires take from sunlight?
It depends on how they take more damage the less integrity they have.
Ah, okay. I'm pretty sure that this, as an NPC beast thing, has the least amount of integrity possible.
Doesn't say humanity's 1. It's a monster. Or integrity in this case, sorry. I mostly know V5 more than...
No,
And-
it's humanity. Humanity is right.
And that is my turn, Chris.
So you do that, and it roars in rage. And then you see its face start to knit back together.
I can do this all day.
I know.
Can I use my action now? I have an idea.
Yes, you may.
I just want to see what this does. I'm going to use Merc Blur to try and blind it.
Oh, actually, all of its eyes that are looking at me need to roll against. They're blinded as well because of the sunlight effect. I will find them.
Well, it'll be blinded by both sunlight and the beauty of Arcadia. So
Go blinded, go.
You're-
Anyone looking directly at her gains the blinded tilt both eyes.
So it has to roll wits plus weird.
Well, that would be its power stat.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I might throw a couple +1s on this, just for shiggles.
Please do.
If this doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll add 4. plus ones.
Brings
Fantastic.
us down to 35, I think.
33.
I just bought 3, so
Oh,
Okay.
So
I'll
if
use
it were a
those.
vampire, it would be 5 aggravated.
Okay,
So it
Puka,
takes
what
3 ag then.
what did you roll?
so I have a 21.
It rolled a 23.
Damn it. All right. Well, it's not
Holiday,
blind.
this thing seems
Oh, but I get
bigger.
plus 3. I get plus 3
Okay.
from Limos.
All right.
So.
Yep. So I forget what is the total number now? Too many numbers.
24.
You need 24 to
Okay.
not be blinded by the beauty of Arcadia. as
So
I
you need
recall.
6 successes. Okay. So it doesn't do any direct damage, but it is blinded
Right.
now.
It's just blinded. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say with 6 successes you blind the whole thing. That's 2. That's an exceptional success is 5. Okay.
In all several of its eyes.
All right. And since Holiday, actually, let me.
I just didn't want to waste my action. I wanted to do something.
That's fine. Hold on one sec. Let me check the initiative order, because now that Holiday has gone into the fray, a whole bunch of changelings who were also supposed to punch it have been activated. So let me double check where they fall in the.
Isphere's ghost is just holding up a sign that says "Go Team."
You were actually outside the wound in the medical tent.
They
Doesn't mean her ghost isn't floating above it with the little cardboard sign saying "Go Team."
they go before Esphere. Sorry.
It's fine. I built a stealthy character, not a combat character, and we've learned this today.
Yeah.
In last
Same.
combat. Yeah, but you're hitting. I don't know if I'm like doing. I don't know. We'll talk after.
I'm not really hitting. I'm just making fine.
So the brute squad starts towards Holiday, but Dune gets to go next. So
Dune gets to go next. Dune is gonna shoot 3 of 5 LDPR shots here.
all right.
Yep. I've got one very large target,
Yup.
but because my buddy is in close combat with it, I'm trying to help my buddy out. I get +3 for pack dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try that, Fadier. I'll try that.
And I'm gonna use I think I'll use let's go with 5 +1s on this.
Okay.
I'll restock us after this, but okay. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to 10 again. Here we go. Okay. So 15 + 9 is 24 + 8 is 32.
Man. All right. It did not roll that high. So 32. That's 9 successes.
+4 because that's that kind of gun, and armor piercing 4.
All right. So this is ag or lethal?
This is lethal, unfortunately. This gun does not deal ag. It is not magic or anything like that. It's
So how
a
much?
very good gun for putting holes in things.
How
but,
much lethal in total?
How many successes did it get?
Oh, that's right. It gets to subtract. That is. It rolled a 23. No, wait.
So-
No, it rolled a 24.
24. So it got 5 successes.
With the -3 from Sungrazer?
Okay, yeah. So it's also got -3 to. Okay, so that is.
So it got
Sorry, trying to look out for everybody. Can't be
21.
useful combat-wise.
21, so
Yeah.
it got.
Try to modify
20 is 5 successes.
successes.
I got 32, which is another
Which is 9 successes.
9. So that's
So
okay. So it
it's
takes
4
8 lethal.
So it's 8 lethal.
4 with 4 armor piercing. It ignores 4 armor straight up.
Okay.
I should say it ignores 4 armor, but yeah.
Okay. So, So you basically put a hole in it,
Yeah.
like
That's
with
as
the
much as
building.
Doom can do.
And the werewolf is just like, yeah! And then the hole starts knitting itself back up.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I put the hole all the way through it. You can see daylight. You can
Yep.
see daylight on the other side.
Yep.
But
hello, I would like to lodge a complaint with the spirit board.
Holiday,
This is too much fuckery.
this thing is much bigger than it was last time. That sucks.
It's still gonna die. It's probably gonna kill me in the process, but it's still gonna die.
At least it's blind.
So it has disadvantage on attacks? Question mark?
I actually don't know. Let me check. I actually don't know what the blinded tilt does.
Yeah,
Let's see.
look that up for me, please.
-5 penalty on any rolls that rely on vision and loss of all defense.
Loss of all defense.
So
Alright.
it took 13 lethal straight to the face.
So then Toon just... Oh, Toon did a whammy. Even
Okay.
more so.
So 13 lethal. Which it still heals back up.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
still,
I don't have things that deal ag. At least not outside of close combat.
like
It
both
healed the
classes.
egg too.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, it's soaked up the ag that I did to it.
It's an incarna. It's an evil
Yeah.
incarna. You're fucked.
Yeah, it's gonna it's gonna
It's-
cause some property damage.
It's
if
gonna
it does.
kill a lot of people. Or
We
try
We just have
to.
to hang on till round 10.
Maybe this is gonna be great to watch.
Okay, you all have to hang on till round 10. I don't know how this medical stuff is gonna work. I may be rolling a new character here.
Players, do we mind going till 11 tonight?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I can make it.
I was trying to think. It's what, 10:44 over
Quarter
there right
of.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go another 15 minutes. I have nothing else to do really, so I can keep going all evening.
Alright, so we'll at least get to the end of the round. And then see where we are. Dune shoots.
You know,
And then that zombie tries to get you again.
alright.
And rolls a 15.
Alrighty.
Because you...
I also rolled a 15, and I'm sorry about that, I dropped on a bowl.
Ding! That's the round!
Like-
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it's like, roar, and that bone is like, I didn't say you could leave! And just pulls it back and...
I wasn't fucking done with you!
Actually, for fuck's sake, can...
Mind you, toy!
Bone Shadow, can you just... Yes, at this point the Bone Shadow just rips it in half, because I'm tired of this monster. There's a much bigger monster to deal with. Woohoo! Next goes the Brute Squad.
Oh, team! Much kavas if we win, says the ghost. That's not good.
Okay, so...
Unless I was a look of pain for her big bad monster, because it's about to get punched really, really hard.
Yeah, but it doesn't really mind getting punched very, very hard, as we found out, because I punched it very, very hard. Holiday punched it very, very, very hard.
Oh, I didn't. I did less damage than you did.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but you did aggravated damage, which is a higher level.
I thought lethal was the highest.
So the
No,
good
it's lethal
news...
than ag.
The good news is that between the 20 the 20 Nova Summer and other courtiers, they do about they managed to put 6 damage into it. Let's say 6 ag.
All we can hope for.
Unfortunately, there was also a botch rolled.
Oof.
And that means, so 1/4 of 20, so 5 of them get eaten. Because they got in its range, and it ate them.
Fair.
So yeah. And then it heals that 6 ag. I need to keep better track of this. So it was glorious, and some of them died horribly in glorious battle. And I don't feel great. It hits different. So Brute Squad is down to 15. And that is a botch, which affects the ritual. Okay.
No, I was gonna say even with Puka's +3, it doesn't do anything.
It's a botch, so yeah.
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 That might turn a failure in a bot. No, it'll turn a failure into a non-failure, which is also helpful, but you can't help a botch.
Yeah.
Do our exceptional successes help with the ritual?
No. Theirs do when they roll them.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, I'm not doing anything magical to help. There's absolutely no magic going on for Dune. But I would think that your don't fuck around rolls would the ones make you a touchdown.
I haven't activated one of those. I didn't activate one of those this turn.
Not this turn, but I'm saying that if you got an exceptional success with one of those, I would think that would be one that would help.
No, an exceptional success means it helps more than just changelings.
Ah.
Because that one does specify clarity. I think, or do we? Well, anyway, I made these. Yeah.
No, you're right. It is clarity.
Yeah.
You ruled that it does take an exceptional success to affect non-changelings.
Yeah. I don't remember if you rolled one, but we'll just let it keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I rolled last game.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it works.
Please don't question the GMs while she's trying to math.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I was like, wait, derailed thought. What was I looking at? Okay. Botches. So as some of the brute squad gets eaten, the mages get a little distracted.
Oh no.
And they get no successes, additional successes. The ritual is still going. So last... Oh no, so you're still at 23.
We throw some of our player +1s at the mages.
No, this is NPC botch. Sorry, bros. The ritual is still going. I'll just add that now. Okay, Esphere, now it is your turn.
She's on a gurney somewhere.
Okay. Oh, that's right. +5 to healing rolls. So we'll roll. Let's just say, between all of the people there, they have 10 dots of medicine +5, and then plus this roll. A 2. Okay. Well, at least it's not a botch. So they roll a 17.
Cursed.
They roll a 17. I will say they can heal up to 4 lethal.
Okay, she's up at least.
Yeah. And there are things attacking you here, if you would want to do one of those.
Sure, she probably wakes up,
Yeah, I'll
stumbles
say,
off the
someone
cot.
else healed you. You didn't heal yourself because you were already in the medical tent, so...
Yeah. I'm sure once they get her, realize she's conscious and stable, just yeet, next one. Because sounds like a lot of people were taken out by this fucker.
So, what gets you? Or what runs into you when you are in a bad mood and have just woken up and want to bite things? Oh, that's right. This is my PC list.
Oh, she probably would have dropped her. Okay, so she doesn't have her sword right now because it got dropped because she passed out.
Okay,
Or it's on her back
it's
because she
not-
ran to go get armor.
It's not as big as the VW bug. But it is a dire wolf, and it is biting its way through the lines into the triage area.
Cool. Because she's forgetting her sword is in its scabbard on her back. She just pulls the silver knife, and just jumps and goes to bring it down in its head.
Okay.
Just fuck it. I'm mad. Die.
Okay, it rolls an 11 defense. What do you roll?
So what? That'd be strength, right? And weaponry?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't get... Technically doesn't count as an improvised weapon. Sword. Ha! Ha! 10 finally! And I threw it off the thing in my excitement.
Woohoo!
17. 18 plus 2, 19 altogether.
Okay, so that's 4 successes, and it rolled 2 successes, so you deal it... It's a knife, you said?
Yeah, it's a silver knife, so it's just 1 so 3, it's 1 lethal, it says, so I think that's...
Okay,
It's
so...
+1 on top of your successes.
Yeah. Okay,
Plus
so
one
you
top,
do
so-
3 lethal.
3 lethal, yeah. Just
Unless
drives it
vulnerable
straight
to
into the
silver.
brain fan.
Okay.
Unless it's vulnerable to silver.
It is not, sorry.
It's fine.
You have 1 dot in weaponry and 1 dot in strength?
No, 1 dot in strength, 2 in weaponry.
Oh.
Because I
skill
built her more as
specs.
a dex-based fighter. And a lot of these have been calling for strength instead of dex.
Ah.
So... And I haven't wanted to bug Chris and be like, hey, because she's more, you know, Dexy. Can we do anyways, after
Okay.
stream talk.
So,
Laser pistols all around.
get your guns. Well, you said you have a skill spec and improvised weapon.
Yeah, but I put claws because she has claws, so I don't know if that would.
Well, it's...
And it's a knife. It's not really an improvised weapon.
No, yeah, it's not. Also,
It's
having the improvised weapon skill spec means it doesn't break when you use it.
Oh, okay.
So, but it, you know. Anyway, where
I
are
just
we
took
now?
that to mean she can turn anything into a weapon like you can in real life.
You can, and it if you have that skill, you can technically do that with anything anyway, but then it breaks the first time you use it.
Ah.
But also, you know. Yeah, okay, focus.
Yeah.
Focus on
Assassin
my notes.
durability makes sense. Moving
Focusing on my notes now. Okay. So yes. Nobody fell to no, everyone passed their morality checks this session. 300 NPCs died, including a quarter of the brute squad. Total of NPCs remaining 1769.
Nice.
And the ritual is still going, but someone botched and there were no additional successes, so you're still at 23 after 5 rounds. And it is almost 11 o'clock, so I think this is a good place to pause.
Defense roll really quick before
Oh, yeah, that's true, because it's gonna
I just wanted to,
It's gonna bite you too. It
Okay.
rolls a 5. So
I think I can beat that.
That's when you say things like that.
I got a 6.
Yep. Woohoo! Alright, chat, so thanks for hanging out with us tonight. This has been a bit of a different game because I like variety and punishing myself. Actually, I don't know, I seem to have hit a good balance on epic battle combat system. So
Definitely.
I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah, except when you roll a 36.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
There was that.
It's
At least it
that was
wasn't
great.
a Maeljin doing it.
Oh, that's true. Wait,
No,
so-
that was a rat doing it to me. So
To be fair, this is not the first time that rats have torn up a PC really badly.
I mean, there's a lot of them down
There.
here.
So are the rats on Logoi just like splinter-eyes rats where they have been fed goo and just...
Well, the ones
know.
down here have been.
Okay.
Kung fu
Like,
rats.
you know, Magas, they gotta eat something. They're gonna eat what's here, and after it's turned into a plague pit and sealed off, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of rats. Yeah, so this is Exit to Eden, our every other week game, which we've been running since the beginning of quarantine. And it is NWoD in space, so mixed splats, or the 4 main splats, mage, changeling, vampire, and werewolf. Sometimes we have a full house, sometimes, or splat-wise, sometimes we don't. Apparently changelings are completely broken in second ed, which I keep forgetting.
These 2 changelings.
So yeah.
And
This is a weird amalgam of
To
NWoD
clarify.
and Chronicles of Darkness. And yeah, it's a far-flung cyberpunk future, but our players are working together with other Supernats of varying splats to fight an abyssal wound in the Hysil, and now a Maeljin, which is basically an evil abyssal incarna, sort of. It's technically, they're not always abyssal, but this one kinda is. Because extra evil. Perhaps that rat was simply born out of wedlock? What?
Because I call it
Real
a bastard.
bastard.
Oh, okay. A lot of bastards in this episode.
Aw.
So, yeah, so... if you yourself are looking to do epic combat in NWoD, let me know if you try using my system and if it works out for you. Maybe it'll be easier if all your characters are the same splat. I don't know. I'm doing what I can, and everyone's doing a good job of keeping track of their own shit, which I appreciate.
Trying. Even if we get confused by the writing and then forget, no, it actually does work this way, I'd be fine.
Though it'll be a
And
little...
go down.
It's gonna be a little awkward if people can't make it to next game, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, our next game episode of this will be August 6th. Next week is our indie RPG night. I have no idea what we're doing. Join our Discord! Join our Discord a lot! Join it, multiple accounts, join our Discord, and we will put there what the F we're doing next week. It might just be me running Demon Hunters, I don't know.
There's always Carabos if you want. I love running Carabos.
We could do more
I was gonna
Caribous.
say, I also got a whole bunch of RPGs last night, because I thought, shopping for TTRPG source books would heal my mental health. It did slightly.
It does a little bit. So, chat, if you are an indie tabletop RPG writer, creator, contributor, artist, fan, works, your cousin works for the company, and you'd like to GM a one-shot of an indie RPG you like, let us know on Twitter or on the Discord. On Discord, we have a casting call thread that has the sign-in, or the application form if you want to GM with us, so we get a sense of who you are and what you've done and what you want to work on. And yeah, if you want to run a one-shot for us on Saturday, if you want to bring some of your own players in, that's cool too, we'll work it out. But talk to us about it on the Discord, and vibe check us. On Tuesdays is Campaigns in Disguise, because we're never quite sure what John is going to do, and sometimes John's not even sure until we start playing. Our last campaign there just ended. It was G.I. Joe, Relics of War, where it went all over the place, and I can't begin to quantify it. Eventually, we fought Decepticons, or no, Predacons. Almost, yeah.
Transformer thingies.
Better dead than Pred.
Yep.
Dinosaur Transformers?
It's on the Discord. We'll put it on the Discord.
Okay.
There's a VOD. There's a VOD. We did a session 0 and 3 sessions of the game, and it looks like next we're doing starting Tuesday we're doing Anime 5e devs in Isekai Land.
Isekai Land.
Isekai Land. Where all I know is that I want a bunny corn, and we'll work
I've
out.
looked at the rules. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is gonna be awesome.
But again, because we're devs, we're basically going to be building our player characters as a makeshift, part session 0, part roleplay session, and then have 3 proper episodes after that. And after that, it's Star Wars. We're gonna do Star Wars, and
was it Star Wars or Transformers?
Star Wars.
Okay.
Because we have like 800 players for it now, so we can't really just. But yeah, Transformers comes out next month, and that is GM John's one true fandom. So we're gonna probably do Transformers after Star Wars. We're working it out. Check the Discord for all that scheduling.
It's in the chat.
We are full up on Star Wars players. We are not taking any more players for Star Wars, but there is still space in Anime 5e. Star Wars might run 6 games instead of 4. And yeah, check the Discord for all that. Personally, I am at Ms. Chrysula on Twitch, Twitter, Insta, social media, and I'm also at Magic Fish Radio because I'm the channel producer and Angry Kermit. I am doing a streamed LARP on a Friday in August, and I forget all the other details because my brain has been mush this week. So I have to catch up with those folks and see what's happening with that. And my little sulfacati. And yeah, and I think I've run out of intros. Join the Discord! Join the Discord, where what I say makes sense. And now I'm gonna go look for someone to raid, so let's do outros. Let's go counterclockwise this time and start with Sungrazer. Who are you when you are not fighting an ancient abyssal evil?
Well, that's most of the time, but otherwise, I am Puka. You can find me at Pukagar on Discord or Twitch or Twitter. I also am one of the hosts of Changeling the Podcast at changelingthepodcast.com, where we talk about Changeling the Dreaming. And I'd like to shout out, I just found out today, so on Storyteller's Vault, there's a Christmas in July sale going on. And I do,
very good.
yeah, it's lots of cheap stuff, but including the homebrew stuff that I've written for Storyteller's Vault is all 15% off for the next week. So you can go check it out. There's a link on my Twitter, or you can just search Puka G, and there are 5 books. So.
Post it on the Discord again, and I also signal boosted it on the Twitter account because I saw it.
Thanks.
We'll also throw it around a couple spaces.
I'm very proud of them. So. Yeah.
Yay! You did one about the Yildu, I think?
I did. Kiss
Yes.
Book you to do.
Yoo-hoo! Next, Holiday. Who are you when you're not punching monsters in the face who have the audacity to heal afterwards?
I'm fine with them healing afterwards. It makes life exciting. I am at Once and Future Doctor on Twitter. I run Duffelbag Full of Zombies Press. I make role-playing games. I make role-playing game supplements. I occasionally do something else that's weird, odd, or exotic with a role-playing game. And that's what I do, and where you can find me.
Yep, we've run his games here before. His own creations and modules he's written for other systems. VODs! Where am I pointing?
I swear I'm
They're
getting
VODs.
to those.
VODs! Next, Petruchio. Who are you when you are not beating someone to death with the keyboard?
Sure. When I'm not, I'm Josh. I do small amounts of game design, but not that much lately. And occasionally I make music.
Filk! Someday we should bring back our Demon Hunters Filk base team. That was fun. VODs!
I
Next,
guess I'm up
Boone!
I'm Mark. I play Idun the Wolf Blood. I don't do anything really for general consumption outside of this. Well, they might change in the future depending on if I can get as co-author to sign off on the book. But I will be at Gen Con next week. Next week, August 3rd through 7th, I will be in Indianapolis. If you would like to play Demon Hunters with me, I'll be running the morning sessions.
Wear your masks!
I'll be wearing 2 masks.
Bless
I'll be
you.
wearing 2 masks.
Because now there's 2 diseases we have to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But that's why I'm here, not down in Texas. Anyway, after Gen Con, I'm helping produce a new show. I'm not going to be on it or anything like that. Nothing. So, yeah, no. Not going to be on it, but I'm helping produce it. I'm making a website for it. It's called The Shattered Compass, and it's going to be on Zombie Orpheus Live. It starts in September. It's got a really great cast, including the Bandit King. If you know the gamers, the original one, the Bandit King's going to be on it.
Yay!
We're setting up teasers and trailers to start off at Gen Con.
To set up
Once
us
I
the
get the
bomb.
site pushed to live, I will have links for you. But for right now, it is just I'm waiting on final say for that one. Yes, that's what I do. It doesn't really, you won't see me unless you come to Gen Con. But other than that, yeah, that's what I am doing.
Someone suggested, Chris, you could wear a hazmat suit cosplay. I'm like, could I wear it on the plane?
You
I mean,
could.
maybe.
You could get like a doctor's note, I'm assuming.
Or I could just stay home and not spend $1,500 to get COVID. And monkeypox.
There is an online track for Gen Con, I believe. So.
Yes, actually.
Yep. And Esphere. When you're not getting beaten up by giant rats.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's really fine. I don't, it's fine.
You're
It's
sneaky,
fine.
sneaky, not punchy, punchy. I've lost a die.
I'm
deal
sneaky,
with-
sneaky, stabby, stabby in the dark and go away. But I'm Fennec. I'm at the Fennec Wolf on just about everything. I do stuff with Nerdsmith. I do stuff here with Magic Fish Radio, not as much as I used to because stupid life bullshit. And I also do stuff with Pseudonym Shilstrol. And I'm really active on the Discord when I try to be, or when I can't be. And yeah, hit me up on Twitter and Discord. Let's hang out and talk nerdy shit.
Yay! Join the
You said
Discord.
nerdy, right?
Huh?
You said nerdy, right?
Yeah?
Okay, just making sure.
We don't
I
have a
don't-
channel for that, but that's because your Angry Kermit's ace, so I never thought to do that. I mean, we could do that.
No, nerdy, not dirty, sorry.
Anyway, so we're gonna raid Happy Jack's RPG. They are also doing a character creation session 0 for a show called The Cast-Offs, and the Quest RPG? I'm not sure I'm familiar with the system, so I'm curious.
It's a neat system.
Okay, cool.
A custom spec built low rule set version of D&D.
Ooh, that's nice. Because everyone hates 5e, apparently.
We do?
I don't, but...
I mean, I'm fine with it, but
I don't
I
either.
just don't play it.
Alright, so chat, get ready to raid Happy Jack's RPG. And until we see you next time, live or via VOD, Tuesday or Saturday, Maeljin or not, please take care of yourselves, please take care of each other, and please diablerize responsibly. Bye!